Jake, while you were gone this weekend, I hung out with your roommates, Harrison and Isaac, Harry and Ike.
Oh, those roommates.
Uh-huh.
Could have been talking about the mice or the raccoons or the bugs.
Just all around, just a great house you live in here.
Yeah, it's awesome.
We went and got tacos at that taco truck that I kind of mentioned last week near our house, and
Horchata.
had some horchata. I was really trying to convince Isaac and Harrison to get some. They didn't oblige, but I did.
No oblige?
No oblige. But I got to think, like, I genuinely, like, that taco truck is so good. But then I thought to myself, is it that good? Or am I just a white guy going to a Mexican, like, authentic Mexican taco truck? Like,
The bar's pretty low.
yeah, like genuinely, like because I always go to the ones that I hear are good, but every time I've ever gone to a taco truck or like a authentic taco, like tortilleria,
You're like, oh.
it's always so good. And I'm just like, am I just has such a low standard because I'm a white guy?
Just anything that has culture, to us being very uncultured, is just the best.
I mean, like Taco Bell's good, so why wouldn't this amazing authentic taco place be good?
Yeah, it just has the slightest bit of culture, like French bread. Oh.
Oh, baby.
I mean, it's like straight from France.
Have you ever had French fries?
Oh, don't give me anything. French braids. I saw a girl with French braids in. Oh, she's such a woman of culture. Just anything with another country in front of it.
Yeah, German engineering. Like, it's the best kind of, you want to talk about engineering. There's American engineering, but there's German engineering.
I mean, that's cultured engineering. You got German engineering. Yeah, that's funny. You got The Italian Job, just the movie.
Yeah. No, just employment in Italy. Just any kind of Italian job.
Bank robbers or not, even just like normal citizens.
I mean,
an Italian job.
You were a gondola driver in Italia, then you are doing just fine for yourself, my brother.
Oh, that's funny. Yeah, what else is there?
I just think even like it doesn't even have to be like just rap to white people. There's like, I mean, that's really good. Those are bars. Like, it's just hip hop is like, whoa, bars.
That's probably why people always like, Jake can rap.
Jake's really good.
I mean, I think I'm just,
I think you're just doing it.
I think I'm just speaking quicker than we normally talk, but yeah. The way he left, it was so cultured. It was an Irish goodbye.
Oh my gosh. Like, that is hot. That is awesome.
You don't get it like that at the food trucks back home.
Nope.
They tell you bye.
They do well with their potato famines and their goodbyes down there, out there. You go to Texas. You ever had their toast?
Oh,
Texas toast, bro. Best toast I've ever had.
You got to ask for the Texas
I
toast,
mean, it's different there. It's like French bread, but with garlic and butter on it. Ever had French bulldogs?
Oh, they taste so good.
I think this tight beat means that it's going down with some random thoughts and white meat too. Midwest best friends eating fast food on repeat. So come along, let's have some fun and go ahead, get on your feet, cause it's the Ghostrunners podcast. Every Monday morning we're taking back Ghostrunners podcast.
All right, we're back. This is episode 128, I think.
That's crazy, man.
Regardless, it is, here's what I know for sure. It is an episode of the Ghostrunners podcast.
Yeah, it is.
A top 3 podcast for us.
Yeah, it is. Whoa.
Yeah. In my power rankings this week, it's actually number 1. It's my favorite podcast.
As they say, the cool people these days are saying top 2, not 2.
Oh, yeah, they do say that.
And I'm going to say it now. Top 2, not 2.
I feel like I mainly see that. It's only NFL wide receivers saying that. Do you feel like that's the case?
Oh, the first person I saw was Lamar Jackson. So yeah, it makes sense. He's a running back.
Yeah, right. Yeah. Pretty close. I feel like I've seen DeAndre Hopkins say that. I've seen Devontae Adams say that. I've seen Julio Jones say that.
Those are all receivers.
Thank you. And that's like their phrase. Yeah, he's in the top 2 and he's not 2.
I'd rather not think too much about Julio Jones right now because he is a retired member of Team Ellis Goes to Guillotine. And those guys are dead to me.
Let's just do a quick shout out. We normally have been doing shout outs at the end. Let's do shout outs right now. Perfect. Real quick. I'd like to give a shout out to Davis Mills again.
Frick you, Davis Mills.
Okay.
Davis, if you're listening,
Davis,
turn it off.
Come on the pod.
No.
But don't listen to this episode.
If Davis Mills comes on the pod, I will get up and leave. I won't even recognize who you are, Davis Mills, because you're such a nobody. I'd be like, hey man, how you doing? Are you just somebody that we met at church?
Are you coming to get the mice out of Jake's house? What are you doing
you're
here?
Exterminating, the mice.
Are you anti-Semite?
Mice? Anti some mice, but not others. Gosh.
Okay, so last week on the podcast, we were joking. Davis Mills, I mean, he threw for like 70 yards, had 4 interceptions. He cost Brad
negative points.
Like -7 or 8 points. Just unheard of for a starting quarterback. And so it was like, Brad would have literally been better off to start no one. And Brad made the joke last week. It was like, you should do a contest where the winner gets to choose who has to use Davis Mills on their team.
That's right.
I was like, that's hilarious and also true. Like, that would be such a punishment to have to start him on your team. Well,
you would think.
This freaking guillotine league, it bothers me that you're out of it because I don't know what's happening in here. Davis Mills, I know most of you guys don't care about football, but just logically, you can hang with me here. This guy who scored -7 points a week ago was traded to a team, and in return, that team got Jimmy Garoppolo, starting quarterback, Brandon Cooks, a number 1 wide receiver, and Adam Thielen, who's probably, top 25, top 30 receiver in the NFL?
Top 30, not 30.
He's 29.
Yeah, at least. He's really good. Yeah, he's consistent.
3 people you could start in your lineup today.
I don't understand that.
For Davis Mills.
I saw that go through and I was like, what in the world?
What's happening? And the guy who got all those players who benefited from this trade is a guy who has $1 left his free agency. So he has no availability to get any solid players unless they're handed to him for Davis Mills. There's some collusion going on.
Talk about bank robbers. That guy pulled off the Italian Job 2021.
Garoppolo.
Yeah,
for Italian.
that's right. The Garoppolo.
Garoppolo.
Oh, yes. Not to be super bitter about everything, but I was watching football on Sunday.
Yeah, this was a little insult to injury.
It was amazing. Like I didn't add it up, but I think my team would have had so many points. Like all my players were doing so well. Davis Mills included. We have 4 touchdowns.
He did have a pretty good game. Yeah.
He had 3 or 4 touchdowns last week. Like all my guys were just going off.
And even like the random ones. Marquez Callaway had a good game.
Yes, he had 2 touchdowns. It's like, what's happening?
If you just would have stuck around for one more week, be driver's seat, baby.
Instead, I left with almost all my money, still in the bank. And so that's the lesson to you kids. Spend your money.
Spend it while you got it.
Yep.
My dad kind of raised me that way. If you got $10, spend $9. Have some fun.
Yeah. And 1 goes to church. Right?
That's what and have 0 in your bank account. I think that's what the Bible says too.
That's what it says. Can't take it with you. So
I'm happy to say that I finally spent some money in the free agency this week. I have Patrick Mahomes.
Oh, the second?
The second. I didn't have to spend $100 on him either. Had to spend 31.
Dude, that's awesome.
2 different people text me and say, I bid $30 on him. So, I mean, that is perfect. That is exactly how you want to do it. Geno Smith, who's got to be a 4-week replacement for Russell Wilson, went for like 16. So I feel pretty good that he somehow went for that much.
That's so hard to guess what everybody's going to go for, though.
I know. Like, how did I get Patrick for 31? He went for 100 3 weeks ago.
Like, I wonder if some people just didn't even try for him. Because Travis Kelce went for like 40-something, right?
Yeah, he went for 50.
50?
Yeah. He went for $50.
He's not better than Patrick Mahomes.
No, he's not more valuable.
Oh, boy.
It just, there's no rhyme or reason to it. And also people are out of money. People are starting to lose money. So maybe that's why.
Yeah.
The bidding is getting cheaper.
That's so
Which
fun.
I kind of saw coming. I was like, you guys are really going to want to save your money.
Yeah, unless you lose in week 4 and then you regret it. So be wise, y'all.
Anyway, Brad, I just got a DM 4 minutes ago. I can only see the first little part of it, but it says, hey, Jake, I'm at Church of the Resurrection downtown. We would like to put on a comedy night in February. Are you interested?
Oh, wow.
I say I come as a package deal.
Yeah.
Brad Deuce and Jock Jams are nothing.
That's right. 100%.
That's what I'll tell him.
Interesting. Doing a little Church of the Res.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, sure.
Sure. It's a big church in Kansas City if you guys don't know.
Seen the building.
Yeah, the one down south is big old thing. It's like it's a true mega church.
It looks, I was going to say, it looks like a building where the pastor drives a nice car.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, I don't know. Like, to be judgmental, it would be like, I don't know if they've spent their money how I would have spent my money if I was in charge of a church.
Well, there's no way that guy doesn't drive. Like if he didn't drive a nice car, you'd be like, what's going on at this church?
Yeah.
Like he's driving a Camry. Like I'm not even talking like a Camry's a nice car, but it's like, that's too reasonable of a car. Like this guy's got to have he's got to go to like the dealership that has Audi, BMW, Alfa Romeo. Who drives Alfa Romeo? The pastor of Church of the Resurrection. Jaguar. Yeah.
Anyway, so that's what I think about the church that wants to hire me.
Le Jaguar. Yeah.
I've never been, but it's truly just from the outside. It's like, whoa, that is a brand new, oddly shaped building. That'll get your attention. It looks like a building that would like hold the Olympic torch, doesn't it?
It is it looks like the Olympic torch, kind of.
Maybe that's why. Yeah. It looks like a massive torch.
Yeah.
Like there should be some ceremony here every 4 years. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. Speaking down south, big news.
Speaking down south, yes, I do not have any STDs.
With golden day mouth, we ghetto. You don't have any STDs. Sorry, I missed the joke. Let's do it again.
No, I don't want to. Tell them, down south, you want to tell them the good news? Yeah. I'm clean. I'm clean. I was a little nervous.
They're clean.
Yeah.
Grant Holmes.
Yeah, they're clean.
They're clean. My hands.
Sir, we don't do. Never mind. I bought a house. It was kind of funny, like, just in the middle of the tour and everything else going on. And also this last stretch of the tour, Trey and I are kind of getting after it. Like, we rented an Airbnb one day just to shoot content in.
I was wondering that mom's video.
Yeah.
Okay. I was wondering where that was filmed.
Yeah, I think it was a Cleveland Airbnb. And so in the middle,
great Airbnbs in Cleveland.
You gotta see them.
You got
so close to
they're
Lake Erie.
known for their Airbnbs.
Yeah, they got a little Lake Erie on them.
Yeah, the mistake on the lake, but Airbnbs are good.
And being that close to a lake called Erie in October is fun.
Oh,
Brad.
yeah, sure it is.
Yeah, extra vibes.
Absolutely.
But yeah, we did have a doubleheader that night. We were shooting content during the day. In the middle of that, I'm calling Peter and, trying to figure out, should I put an offer on this house? I'm like, let's do it. Here's my number. Go for it. And the next day I'm on the golf course and already having the round of my life. It was awesome.
Yeah?
I was shooting. We didn't get to finish all 18. We had to finish at 17, which is so kind of frustrating.
Why?
You just got so close. Just ran out of time. I had to be back for sound check. Sound check at 4, Brad.
What kind of sound check do they really need to do for one man?
That's the thing.
improv?
Is like we try to be like on time and like we're there when they tell us to, but everyone is like, that is the quickest, most efficient sound check I've ever seen.
What kind of words are you doing for your sound check?
I mean, I do basically nothing.
Really?
Actually, that's not true. Trey is saying the words like check and he'll like sing a little bit of his songs. It's it's something new every day. Now that I think about it, it's just like, Alan, can you hear me? Alan's 5'9". He can hit a 4-iron 175 yards. We just got done. Just whatever's on my mind.
Yeah.
Whatever. But through 17 holes, I was shooting 79. So would have loved to really polish it off and be like, I shot at this today, but we don't know. We don't know what I would have shot that day.
But there is a formula. Remember, their formula is you're supposed to take whatever you hit through 17
and just birdie the last one.
Times 1.089, I think. So 79 times 1.089. That's not that good. 86?
Oh, wow. I had a rough last hole in the par 3 there.
No, 1.089. I meant 1.059. My bad.
I don't know.
You shot an 83.6.
Oh, 83.6.
Which you round down in golf, so it's 83.
Anyway, I just vibes are up. Me and Alan just kicking on the golf course together. Peter texts me, "You got it." And I see this text and I'm like, wow, you got it. What is that about?
Like he's encouraging you for the next show. Like, hey, you got it.
Hey,
come on.
Hey, Cleveland tonight. You got it. Yeah. You got it, man. It was like, got what?
Or the right stuff, maybe. Like, you got the right stuff.
Hey, you got the right stuff. Anyways, like the house, moron. I was like, oh, right.
What a professional realtor. The house, you idiot.
I was like, I forgot that we did that. That's right. The house I have not seen yet.
Oh, that's right. Like the biggest purchase I've ever made in my life. That's right.
That's right. The one
I haven't ever seen.
I went blind nil on this house and I got it. I won. I got all the right amount of sandbags.
I won.
And I won the blind nil. So I'm the spades champion. So anyway, bought a house on, what was that, Friday or Saturday or something? I don't know. I went and saw it Tuesday. And no buyer's remorse. It's like, oh, it's great.
Good. That's
cool.
Good.
Yeah. Peter's like, do you have any questions? I'm like, no. I don't. What
do
you think?
Do you sometimes feel bad when you don't have questions? Like you feel like a worse person? Like
I've been told, like, if you're in a job interview and they say you have any questions for me, you should always ask something.
Yes.
Just to show that you care
in
some way. But I don't know. The
house
I'm
so bad at like thinking of questions sometimes.
Do you like interviewing people? Was this fun for you?
So like,
do you actually sign the paychecks?
Yeah.
Is it a stamp?
Yeah. So you get the money and then you take it to the bank. I'm just trying to figure this out.
I'm just trying to have a conversation.
Dude, that episode of The Office, maybe we've mentioned this before. So it's the episode where Michael goes on this blind date with this landlady.
Oh,
from
yeah.
Pam's landlady.
I give her a 9 under looks and a 4 under ability to describe herself.
And then the real woman comes in and she's like, Michael, and he's pretending like he's not like hearing it. And then his coffee order is the most perfect. Like that is the funniest part of the entire.
It's such a small detail.
They're like, Michael, and he's like ignoring them. They're like, Michael, double white mocha with extra chocolate chip or something like that. Something like something just so Michael.
Frilly.
Yeah. Oh man.
Yeah.
So that's
how do we get there? Oh yeah. I didn't have any questions. I was like, no, this house looks great. Me and Isaac went over there together with Peter while they're doing the inspection and just kind of looked around, planned stuff out.
I love how Isaac's like kind of like your spouse in this situation.
Yeah, kind of is. He goes with me everywhere. Yeah, it is kind of funny.
He's like, now if we want to commit to this, I think we should do it now. You know?
You're so right.
Like,
You're so right.
You sent the voice memo on the Patreon of Isaac like describing the whole house.
Yeah,
to
wasn't
you.
it great? Yeah.
Like, getting like all these like thoughts to you and everything.
That actually reminds me. Isaac sent me a voice memo like 5 minutes ago. Oh, we have not texted all day, so I do not know what it's about. But
Okay.
should we play it on the pod?
Why not?
It's 1 minute and 1 second.
Okay.
Seriously, I have no idea what this is about to be.
So I just got a call from this dude, and I answered the phone, and he was like, yeah, you had inquired about wanting a membership at Falcon Valley a while back. And I was like, oh yeah, because I went online and did this thing. And so I was talking to him. He was telling me about the membership thing. He was like, it's a $3,000 initiation fee. So immediately right there, I'm like, yeah, no thanks, I'm out. But I didn't say that. I was like, okay, that sounds great. And he's like, we would love to get you out here for a preview round, just so you can see what the course is like, to see if it's something that you're going to want to do. So I just sounded like I was super interested just so I get a free preview round of this course. All that to say, I mean, let's start inquiring at every club, every private golf course we can, and just get tons of freaking preview rounds, free rounds of golf. I have no interest in joining this club, but he booked me for a tee time next Wednesday at like 1 o'clock. So, I mean, that's pretty sweet. Anyway, you should do it because it's free golf.
Nice. Life hack.
Life hack. just lie to people that say you're interested in things that you're not interested in.
Yeah. Take advantage of their niceness and willingness to bend over backwards for you.
Take advantage of the local small business that is trying to
compete with everyone else who has golf.
That's funny.
All right. Well, that's my wife. There she is, always hustling.
You gotta love her though.
She's a coupon cutter. She does that.
Extreme coup. Did you ever know any extreme couponers?
I'm sure I've known them. I just haven't seen it happen.
Me neither. Yeah. I feel like it was such a thing, but
I feel like that was in the same era as people who were like, they had an entire business. They're like, I'll sell your stuff on eBay.
Yeah.
Because you don't know how to work the internet yet. Like 2006. Like that was the era of extreme couponing too.
Yeah. High school time. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Hollister. People were still shirtless at the mall. I was still going to the mall.
Yeah.
The Longest Yard had just come out with Adam Sandler. I was like, dang, this is a good movie.
Here comes yo. Here comes yo. Here comes. Y'all don't really want it now.
Like, boom. Yeah. Here comes the
boom. Hey, here comes the ho. Hey. Y'all don't really want it now. Nelly's got one of the best voices around.
He can sing and rap.
He's got a great voice.
Yeah, I really like it.
I know rap really well, and he knows how to rap.
Two things I know: hip hop and horchata.
Really good together.
That's my blog.
Yeah,
hip
listen
hop
to
and
Here
horchata.
Comes the Boom, Nelly version, while drinking horchata.
So cool.
And some French bread.
Put on the Italian Job.
Hello.
Petting my bulldog. French, of course.
Is the Italian Job the movie where Mos Def goes, "I don't do anything with dogs," and they're like, why not? He's like, I had a bad experience. Do you remember this?
I have no idea.
I just remember, they're like, what do you mean? He goes, I had a bad experience. They're like, and I just think that I used to quote that all the time. I had a bad experience.
That's a good quote to quote from a movie. I don't remember though. The only thing I remember from the Italian Job is them like looking through like a telescope or a laser. And if you like lower the water or lower the boat, then you could shoot to the safe or something. I don't know. I'm clearly describing it pretty well, but I knew enough to quote it on stage recently, though. I talked to this guy in the front row at one of the comedy shows. I was like, what do you do for a living? And he's like, I work at a bank. And I was like, okay. He said, work at a bank after a long pause. So this guy's definitely robbed a bank before. Because I wanted to almost quote The Office. So I was like, I don't know. Yeah. Do you quote a TV show while doing stand-up? Probably not. Or it's like, he says he worked in finance, but he's whatever.
Yeah. Or would enough people even get that?
Yeah. So I was like, I'm not going to do that. So yeah, I went the bank robber route. And then I kept calling back to like, of course this guy hasn't seen any Trey Kennedy videos. He's watching Ocean's 11 and the Italian Job. All right, whatever. I just kept trying to quote all these like bank robber movies and heists and stuff. So came in handy. But I don't know the bad experience.
I just texted it to you.
Okay.
I think this is right.
Okay, I'm clicking.
This dude got dogs.
Sorry if it has bad words.
I don't do dogs. I had a real bad experience, man.
What happened?
I had a bad experience. Damn it.
There it is.
Good job. You nailed it.
Yeah, thank you. Mos Def.
Anyway, what were we talking about? How did we get here?
I don't know.
Oh, I bought a house.
Yeah. Congrats,
I bought a house. Yeah, I don't know. It's a cool house. It's actually, here's what I'll say about the house. Would your wife or Gunnar, your wife.
Sure.
I don't know why I'm so set on the wife. Actually, I'll tell you why I'm set on the wife, Brad. Thank you for asking. I would like a woman's touch when it comes to helping me decorate.
Great idea. Great. Great idea.
Tremendous patience. But at the same time, it's like, I don't think I want to like take like a friend of mine or even like a girl maybe I'm interested in or something. It's like we pick out furniture together.
That's weird.
One, it kind of feels like we're like doing a wedding registry.
Mm-hmm.
Two, we don't end up together. And like an hour time, so this couch, thinking of Abigail. You know, that's not,
true.
like, she would have loved this.
I guarantee
she picked it out.
Catherine will be in your life forever.
That's what I'm saying.
In a
Yeah.
nice way.
I want a permanent couch and a permanent
friendship with Catherine.
Yeah. So I think I want like, I looked up last night how much an interior decorator costs, and that's super ridiculous.
No.
Yeah. So
not for you. Some people out there, you need them, but not you. You don't need that.
I'm just looking for someone who would have a good time and has some nice flavor when it comes to interior decorating. Help me out.
Catherine would really enjoy that.
Because I want to have a little bit of say, but I need some guidance.
Yeah, for sure. I think she would have fun with that.
Catherine was the first person that came to mind.
Especially if it's like not her money. Like
that's the thing. It's like, I'll swipe it. You just tell me what looks good.
And like, she can give you 3 options of everything. And some of them are, option A is cheapest. Option C is most expensive. And B is right in the middle.
Oh, that's option B is in the middle. Got it. Mean median mode.
We could call it option A, B, and C, or option 1, 2, and 3. It's up to you.
How about
your oats?
Urgent A, urgent B, urgent C. What about that? Can we do that?
Yeah.
And Brad, I'd like to invite you cordially to join us if you would like.
Okay.
What does cordially mean?
It just means like friendlily.
To quote the dictionary, it's friendly.
Dude, we recently got like a kid's dictionary, and Hattie thinks it's like the coolest thing ever.
Well, sure.
Because Catherine was like explaining it to her, like we can figure out what words mean and where words come from. And so now she thinks that every word just like has like this huge, deep, like origin to it.
Oh, like where it comes from.
Like, let's figure out why they call it a park.
I like that.
And then we look up, it's like, you can't really, because we were talking about Christopher Columbus and how I was like in Spanish, it's Cristobal Colon.
Yeah.
And so
now,
I was like,
Hattie,
maybe
say genocide. Say genocide. Let's look that up.
Yeah. So genocide comes from No.
So it's, he was looking for spices, apple spice, apple cider, gin and cider. It's gin and cider.
Mm-hmm.
It's gin and cider.
That's how
you can have it when you're older.
Oh, gin and cider.
Gin and cider.
Hot dog.
I'd take Barbara to have some gin and cider.
Oh, Babs.
Columbus, Ohio. Now there's a Columbus I can get behind.
That's right by Erie. Right
Spooky.
By the Eries. Anyway, she's just all about the dictionary. Yeah.
That's cool.
So yeah, congrats on the house. It's down south and it's near a lot more golf courses, I feel like.
A little bit. I mean, closer to where I am now. So yeah, I got a couple golf courses nearby.
Maybe you'll become a member at one.
Maybe I'll not test the waters and see. No, but Isaac and I went to check out the area a little bit. Like, let's get to know, because we're much more in the suburbs, like going forward, like really suburban, which I'm excited about.
Like you're in a subdivision now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
you
fun.
got a pool, HOA.
I got a pool. I got to pay an HOA fee now.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is exciting. But, just getting to know like what's close by. Oh, Chipotle is so close. We got it. Let's go do it. And it was a great Chipotle, good first experience.
Good chicken.
Got to know the guys. We told them you're going to be seeing a lot more of us. They were really fun.
Yeah, gave them your like picture. Like
just
picture
FYI, I mean, at least 2 times a week. Probably Tuesday, Thursday. I'll let you know.
Right.
Then as we're eating Chipotle in there, I'm like, oh, there's a sport clips.
Thank you.
Sorry, you're right.
Pet peeve.
Sport clips. I was going to get a haircut today anyway.
Yeah.
What about you? Isaac's like, I guess I can. I'm like, great. Let's go get haircuts.
I mean, my hair could definitely be shorter. Yeah.
And anyway, Tuesday was just a great day. Trey gave me the day off. So I went golf, seeing the new house for the first time, straight to Chipotle, straight to getting my haircut. Home real quick, change clothes, Hawaiian bros, pickleball, just filling the sketch, baby.
Sure.
Filling it up.
Yeah. Why wouldn't you? Because you're leaving Tuesday, which is tomorrow.
Yeah, this Tuesday. Yeah.
For your next bit of shows. So.
Yeah. Anyway, house is fun. House is good. I like it.
Yeah.
It's a house.
Yeah. Yeah. I feel like you're so many things are happening for you right now. Like,
I know it is kind of strange that like
it's like a big season for you right now.
And it's like, I think the house is like third most exciting right now.
Third
Seriously,
fiddle,
I think it's like, third urgent C right now is probably the house. Which I am starting to get excited about it. Like looking into designing it and the mid-century modern. Do I want to go with that?
Sure.
Also, I'll tell you what I'm looking into is like man cave basement. Like basement's pretty big. I got to fill it with something.
Yeah.
Should probably be a big projector screen.
I don't see why not.
Might as well.
Dude, projectors these days are sometimes cheaper than TVs.
Are they?
I think so. I don't know for sure.
but maybe
some of them out there are like crazy cheap. I'm sure those are like crappy ones, but like, yeah, I think you could get a pretty good one that could light up a whole wall for
I think that's what I want to do.
$500.
Why not? What else am I going to do in a basement? I've had nothing but
golf
unfinished
simulator.
ceilings way too low to the point where like Logan's not even going to be able to have a bedroom down there unless he wants to just have neck problems.
Really?
Yeah, there's like one part that's kind of low. So golf is out of the question, but
Podcast studio.
big time.
Big time.
It's basically has like a podcast studio, just it's asking to be potted in.
Okay.
So that'll be fun. We're gonna need a new desk. Just
That's fine.
FYI.
That's fine.
I could talk to my wife about it, or you can build us something. But
yeah, we could sell this one
ooh,
to the memorabilia people.
We could to collectors. I could talk to the Church of the Resurrection. I know they like nice things.
Mm-hmm.
I could maybe sell it to them.
They do. Yeah.
But yeah. Anyway, it'll be fun. I think the closer it gets to like the closing day, it'll be more fun. Like, what do I want to do? It's about to be a big Black Friday for me.
Yeah, dude.
I've never really spent money on Black Friday before.
Black Friday, yeah. And the more expensive the thing that you want is, the more exciting Black Friday is because you get things way cheaper. Like obviously,
the higher
like the
dollar
$1 DVDs are kind of exciting, but it's like, how many times am I going to watch C-Spot run? Like, not very many. But like the refrigerators and like,
yeah, I get $200 off
you can
the
get
fridge.
a package. Like you can get a package deal, like all the appliances, refrigerator, stove, oven, microwave, and get like thousands of dollars off.
Now we're talking.
Yeah.
And I was also thinking, I was like, maybe this is time to get a new credit card, really cash in on some points.
Sure. Yeah.
So maybe I'll do that. If anyone has any tips. Have you ever been a fridge in the garage guy?
Oh yeah, I am right now.
How is it?
It's awesome.
I've never done it before. Didn't grow up that way. I think it could be time.
I think it's definitely time. It's so great. You can, because here's the thing. Like if your fridge in the main house gets filled up,
then
you can put it in the garage.
Oh, it's like extra drink.
Yeah.
Second drink.
It really is. It's wonderful. You have all the liqueur you want in there.
The family that lives in the house now, as I was looking at it, they're a 3 fridge family. So
that's the kind of area Jake's moving into, baby.
3-car garage, 3 refrigerators.
3 fridges. One of them not, you sure one of them's not a freezer only?
I'm sure they look like what a fridge looks like.
Yeah.
You know, I don't know how else to say it. Yeah, I didn't like look into it, but so yeah, that's the new standard now.
Yeah.
I mean, minimum 2 fridge guy.
Oh, I love it, dude.
So yeah, I don't know. It's just fun. I'm going to be very broke soon, but boy, is it fun.
But
closing costs?
It's called equity, dude. It's called equity.
Okay.
Yeah. You're not going to be broke. You're going to have a house.
Yeah.
You know,
I'll be rich spiritually.
that's also true.
I'll tell the bank that. See if they understand.
Listen here.
Listen.
Yeah, Commerce Bank.
Yeah.
don't
Peter
need-
had a few things to say about this.
I don't need FDIC because I have the GOD. All right. Whatever.
Anyway, what'd you do this week, Brad? What's going on?
Man, I went to, nothing too crazy's going on. I went to a house to kind of give an estimate for a table, and it's pretty cool thing. I think they're going to order like 3 5-foot long tables that when they want to, they're going to put them together and be a 15-foot long table.
Mega table.
Which is pretty dope. I've never done anything like that before. I've never
Cool.
done a 15-foot long table. But it was kind of a crazy thing because while I was meeting this woman to talk about this table, all of a sudden, like this woman's probably in her 30s, and there's all of a sudden her mom like walks up from the basement, and I'm like, "Well, hello, how you doing?" And her mom was the friendliest lady I've ever met. It was just a wholesome time. I got to know her. This woman that is going to order the table, she has a small business that she has started last year during COVID, and it was just crazy. And
what's the biz?
It's a endodontist. So not what you would expect from a small business. It's like somebody who does root canals. Her husband is the endodontist and she's like the assistant to him.
Oh.
And so they were originally supposed to think they were going to hire like 10 employees, and they've only been able to hire like 3. And so because of that, they're just crazy swamped all the time.
Huh.
So this lady's mom and dad moved down from Iowa to like help out with their kids and everything. Anyway, mom was super sweet. And I basically shared my testimony with this woman. And at the end of it, we're talking wood types, and all of a sudden the mom peeks her head around the corner. She's like, before you leave, do you mind if I just pray for you?
Nice.
I'm like, what a Bible Belt thing to do, at the end of our consultation. So yeah, prayed with some people on the job.
On the
day.
job.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that was just a sweet time. I don't know, nothing. It wasn't like the most amazing prayer I've ever heard, but I mean, she has a gift,
I mean, it was top 10, not 10, maybe. No, that's great. That's very wholesome.
Yeah, it was fun. It was
I feel like when you're already a nice guy, when you get around nice people, you guys can have a ball.
Right.
Yeah, that's
Like,
fun.
I've always I always struggle a little bit mentally with like, how do I want to be as a salesperson? Do I want to be like the super professional guy? Do I want to be like, show off my goofy or fun side? And I always just kind of err on the side of like, I'm just going to be very nice and smiley and just jovial with these people and just let that be. I'm not going to try to be like too serious or too like, yeah, we could do that. Yep.
Probably
like,
could. I have to talk to the fellas, but
right. Yeah. Let me talk to my team.
Yeah, we got a teams meeting tomorrow.
Yeah. Like sometimes I think like, oh, if I'm too nice or if I'm too happy, go lucky guy, they're going to think I'm not professional enough or I'm not that good at this, or, they could take advantage of me for prices or something. I'm like, I'm not going to worry about that. Try to take advantage of me if you want to. And I'll just say, no, thank you.
No, thank you. I would not like to be advantaged taken of. Yeah. It is tough when you like your brand is like a nice guy and then it comes time to negotiate and it's like, still want to be a nice guy, but want to like, I think we should each like, I have an expectation.
Right.
Hopefully you get it, right? I'm still nice though.
You understand?
I'm still a nice guy.
Yeah. So anyway, that was fun. And then I have a few just stories from my kids. I really like my kids. I think I love them. I know I love them.
Bo and Hattie?
Yeah, Bo and Hattie, said in reverse chronological orders. So Bo, first of all, I just think is awesome. I just like chronicling their lives through this podcast. So Bo right now is at the stage where he's like a Roomba, but like, you know how Roombas, like whenever they hit something, they just go around it. Bo just goes, he just goes straight through everything.
John Henry.
We just watched John Henry.
Oh, how was it?
It was awesome.
This is probably where Bo got it from.
Yeah. Well, Hattie watched it with me, but
okay.
No, just like there was like this like Aldi bag of random stuff on the ground and he just like walked right on it and just fell right on top of it. Didn't even like cry or react at all. Just stood up, kept walking over the Aldi bag and just kept walking.
Right through it.
He's like an off-road Roomba.
That's awesome.
And I love it. It's so sweet. It's so awesome. And he's just so boyish. And so that's him. And then Hattie, a few different things happened with Hattie. First of all, in Texas, they were there for the state fair last week when I was home by myself with the windows open, which was great.
Sounds nice.
It was awesome. And apparently like they got done with the state fair really late, but they went back to Catherine's sister's house Catherine's youngest sister, who's the single one. Catherine's youngest sister, who's the single one. They like took baths there.
Oh,
and they weren't planning on it. And so they didn't have their pajamas. And so Catherine's like, Caroline, can we just have like, maybe like some of your smallest clothes, to put on, and I'm like, that's a bad idea.
That seems weird.
That seems sketchy. And Caroline's like, this is like my smallest shirt. Are you sure it's okay for Hattie to wear it? And Catherine's like, yeah, sure. Like didn't even look at what it said or anything.
Oh my.
And Catherine looked later as she like buckling Hattie into this car seat and it's got a ghost on it, which I'm like, that's, right up our alley.
Yeah.
But it said, I'm just here for the booze, BOOS. And so Hattie's like, it's like 9 p.m. after like a day at the fair, like just like sun beaten and so hot, like tired and stuff, just looking hungover basically. This 4-year-old just says, I'm just here for the booze. So, so that's fun. And then let's see what else. Oh, the other day I was talking to her about some kids at her school. And I was like, well, she was saying that she has this really good friend named, oh my God, Journey, I think is her name. And I was like, well, what about these other girls? You hang out with them? She goes, we don't talk much. Only when I like say like, I like your pants or something like that.
That'll usually start a conversation.
And I'm like, okay, good for you. Like complimenting other people's pants.
She's pretty quiet until I get the pants involved.
Right.
And she gets a little more energy.
And then last but not least, people enjoyed the hearing about the Flighty Hattie last week.
That was so funny.
So,
Oh boy.
This week, actually just like a couple hours ago, I was working out in my office, in my shop, and my desk like faces towards our back door. And so I see Hattie. Hattie loves to come and visit me and like help me in all these different ways. And I see her come out to like start running towards me. And then she looks down and she had one foot that had a sock and a shoe on it and one foot that had nothing on it.
Oh, it's not even close.
Not even like a sock, but just forgetting the shoe. And she just goes, okay, just a second. I'm just like, what's going on with this girl?
Dang, that is fascinating.
Yeah. And never got the shoe and sock on by the time I left.
Oh, really?
I don't even know what's going on with her.
Just going through a little bit of like a weird airhead phase or something.
I guess it's just really funny. So, or just like, I don't care. I don't need two shoes.
Yeah, that's fun. I mean, it's nice to know, like, for every one of those moments, she still cares about the dictionary. So it's like, we're fine.
She's
fine.
crazy smart.
Yeah, we're fine.
It's nuts. Like she memorizes a verse every week for Awana, and I'll tell it to her once, and then I'll ask her like 3 days later, and she'll know exactly what it is. And
Wow.
I'm like, that's telling in both ways. It's like, it's telling that she's very smart, but it's also like, be very careful what you say around this girl because she's consuming everything.
Big sponge.
Yeah, big old sponge. So, but yeah, altogether, nothing too crazy. Just loving life with the kids, and yeah. So
we posted the minivans vid, which is great.
Yes.
It's fun that you did all that without us on the road, and it's great.
Yeah, it was like I was anticipating that we would have some jokes that we wrote together, and then it ended up just being like,
yeah, it was all you.
Yeah. And I was like, that's fine. So yeah, it went pretty well.
Scott loved it.
Yeah, Scott,
Yeah.
I love anybody that like will send us any kind of feedback, but Scott like live tweets us basically.
Yeah. It's like, just got to the suction part.
Dude, the vacuum. Somebody sent us something on our Ghostrunners Instagram yesterday. I don't know if you saw it. Of their whole family like sitting around the living room watching a Jean Shorts video. It's pretty good. Yeah.
I saw that one DM where it's like, I was listening to Ghostrunners. I go upstairs and my sisters listen to it. They go downstairs and like my parents listen to it or something like that. It was like 3 different members of the family were listening to it at the same time without
crazy.
talking about it.
So fun.
Good for the whole family.
Yeah.
What's that company? That's their tagline. Fun for the whole
whole family sounds like a thing.
Yeah.
Maybe it's Dave and Buster's.
Break me off a piece of that whole
Fun for
family.
the family.
Yeah. I think that's it.
That's it.
It's cat food.
So yeah, what's latest on the tours?
Tour was fun. It was a big stretch this week, and it was so fun. We went to Milwaukee, which is of course
in Wisconsin.
Yeah, just like offering up, like, say whatever you want.
Yeah, go ahead.
And then next we went to Joliet, which their slogan is, of course,
"We're not Romeo." You like that one?
That was good. That was really quick.
Okay, real quick as we stop here, I want the ghosties to tell me genuinely, honestly about this joke that I made yesterday that Trey and Jake just hated on.
I didn't hate on it. I just was quiet. I didn't say anything.
That is hating on it. We were talking.
I don't even remember what it was.
We're writing a video about city versus country. And we were talking about like how city people, when they go on vacation, they like to go to Turks and Caicos. And I was like, the country people like to go hunting for turkeys and drink hot chocolate. They call it turkeys and cocos.
And Trey and I are like, yeah, maybe.
I was like, that's gold, guys.
Turks and Cocos.
Turkeys and cocos.
Turkeys and Cocos. Oh, it's pretty funny. Right, guys?
It ended up being Branson or Gatlinburg, I think.
Yeah, which are funny words to say.
Also, fun behind the scenes for you. I believe that whenever I haven't even filmed the country part of it yet.
It's got to be so good though.
But I believe I figured out today as I was eating an atomic fireball that if I put it down in my lip, it looks like I have dip.
Oh, just throw one of those in.
So I'm gonna be that guy the whole time.
That's perfect.
So if you ever see, you're gonna be like, how'd they do that? Not dip. Atomic fireballs, baby.
Not dip.
So
that video is gonna be awesome. Trey and I were talking about the day. We feel very good about both videos we shot yesterday. Especially you.
2?
Yeah, we wrote 2, shot 2.
Oh yeah, you're right. Holy cow. That was a fast day.
And then today, Trey and I shot 3, wrote 2. Getting after it.
That's crazy.
Oh yeah, quick pause. One of the videos we shot 3 brand deals today: DraftKings, Candy Crush, and Hellsberg Diamonds. To, sometimes these brands are like, hey, if you're gonna make a fireball video, we'll send you like a little like shot glass. It says fireball on it.
Diamond.
This Trey doesn't get to keep this, but for the sake of the video, they sent him a $25,000 bracelet.
Whoa.
And I got to see it, and I was like opening it up, and I was like, this is crazy. It's just like a diamond on every little like stone that goes all the way around. And I had to like put it down. I was like, I don't even enjoy. Yeah. I'm holding a new car. This is crazy that you can just hold a new car and just like walk around with it on your wrist or whatever. So make that little comment. We start shooting the video. Trey's got the bracelet out. And then, not even on purpose, while we're filming, he just drops it. Borderline like throws it. And I'm like, when's the last time you've dropped anything? How do you drop a $25,000 bracelet? Like, it was still in its case. But truly, I'm like, I can't even think of the last time something fell out of my hands. And it's just like the most expensive thing. So that was terrifying. But
everything was okay, though.
Everything was okay. Yeah, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah.
We're going to send it back to him and hopefully it's all good. But
that's pretty crazy. I remember whenever I bought Catherine's ring. Like I bought the diamond separately and I just held it in my palm. And like, it wasn't very big, but it's like a, $10,000 diamond in my hand.
3-year salary.
Oh yeah, exactly.
I remember being the best man at a wedding and having the ring in my pocket all day. Hated it.
All day? They give it to you?
At least like the afternoon into the night. Yeah.
Dude, that reminds me, Dim Check. That's the wedding you're talking about, right?
Yeah.
He messaged me the other day.
Dude, he's been messaging me. He has all these it's crazy, all the offers that we're both kind of getting.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what. So he messaged me and was like, hey, last minute, but would you be willing and interested to go down to Texas Tech and speak to a sorority for an hour?
Yeah.
They pay you $1,500. And I'm like, I don't know what I would speak about.
And then he says, like, it's about creating a bond.
Yeah, creating bond, like a bond in relationships. I'm like, an hour is too long. I couldn't do it.
I talked about this on Correct Opinions, but yeah, I was like, the offer slowly got worse. It was like, do you want to do some comedy in Texas next weekend? I was like, that'd be perfect. I have no plans. And then it became, it's for a sorority. I was like,
that's scary. That scares the crap out of a 30-year-old guy. I'll tell you that right now.
And then I find out it's like an hour and a half. He talked her down to an hour for you because originally it was 90 minutes. I was like, okay, now I'm definitely not interested. And I was like, out of curiosity, when is it? He's like 9:30 a.m. I was like, okay, I'm so like, I don't want to do comedy.
Imagine riveting, a bunch of college girls that don't want to be awake on a Saturday morning.
Yeah, they have to.
They're just here for the booze, and they're going to boo you. Like,
yeah, I might get booze. Yeah. So yeah, what did he text me the other day? I don't even think I've texted him back, just because it's like these offers are amazing, and it's like I wish I could. Would you be available to do a Zoom call on October 21st at 10:15 a.m.? I won't say like the price because it's insane that I could get paid this for a Zoom call, but it's some startup company out of California, 70 people. Just like Zoom comedy for a startup.
Oh, comedy?
I mean, I assume he's not wanting me to talk,
You don't know.
You guys ever heard of endodontist? I'm not even sure if I'm pronouncing it correctly.
Let me pray for you guys.
I need to text it back, but yeah, it's crazy. Once you get in that pipeline of like public speaking, I think these offers are just so easy. I'm sure if you had the time to do it.
Yeah,
it'd just be brutal though.
And I almost would feel guilty.
Like let me give you some of this money back.
Like that's what I was like. I was like, I have no expertise in creating a bond. Just be yourself, I guess.
Ionic, covalent. What are we talking?
Yeah, right. Yeah, I'll just read from a textbook the whole time.
Yeah. Let's get into stocks and bonds. FDIC, more like God. You guys listen to my podcast?
That's right. Glorifying God. Yeah.
Through the bond game. Let's talk Barry Bonds.
Yep.
Pirates, McCovey Cove. What, should he be in the Hall of Fame?
I think so. I mean, he still had to hit all those home runs.
Hand-eye coordination,
Here, ma'am, take some steroids right now, and I'm going to throw a 98-mile-per-hour fastball at you. See what happens.
See if you can hit it. Yeah. Let's create a bond that way.
Jeff Kent didn't do it. He couldn't do it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Buster Posey.
Rafael Palmeiro, kinda,
but not
kind
as
of
well.
went off his rocker afterwards, though.
Yeah.
John
Rocker.
Sure. That guy, level-headed.
Yeah.
Normal. Wonder what he's up to.
Yeah, anyway.
Back on the, I had a little piggyback too when it comes to weddings. Garrett Gibson is back in town.
Yes.
Texted me and it's like, dude, I'm back. Let's hang out. Oh, you know what he said? He said, is there any openings in any basketball league coming up? And I was like,
so he's like back in town?
Back down.
Oh, I thought he was like, he moved over to the
Turkeys and Cocos.
Yeah, wherever.
He's back. Kind of like momentarily. I was like, do you want to live in my basement? There'll be like 4 other dudes. He's like, I don't
He's married.
Yeah. But anyway, I was like trying to figure out a time to hang with him. He's like, I got Nolan's wedding on Saturday. And I was like, Nolan, like, okay, hold on.
Nolan, the guy that like was my best friend in college, is what you're saying.
Oh, no, we're not that tight.
Yeah.
But it jogged this memory. I was like, wait, a few months ago, Nolan asked me for my address. That had to have been about his wedding. I never got anything in the mail.
Mm-hmm.
So then now I'm like awkwardly like, hey, Nolan, it sounds like your wedding's this Saturday. I don't know if I was supposed to get invited. Totally cool. If not, maybe you just
no pressure.
You work for the census or something. You just want to know where I live. Right. But if I was supposed to be invited and it's not too stressful, I will come. I will come. I will dance. I will get you a gift. You know, like I will be a full-on wedding participant if I'm invited. It was kind of an awkward thing. And he's like, dude, yeah, of course. Honestly, I feel bad for him. He's like, dude, something happened to our invites. A lot of people said they didn't get them.
Oh, really?
Like, oh, so you need me now.
Yeah, right.
I got a +5, right?
Yeah, right. Please.
I can have some people there.
Okay.
So.
Well, that's good.
Going to a wedding in a couple days now.
Okay.
That I didn't know about till yesterday.
Wow.
Kind of fun.
That'll be fun to just go to a wedding. I haven't been to a wedding in a while.
Yeah, I went to Huberg's. Yeah, you're on a dry streak. I'm doing solid about every 2 months. I can find one.
I'm kind of past that age where like I have a lot of friends that are getting married.
I think I past the age of just caring about it.
I
Love
care.
doesn't do it for me anymore.
I care. We're going to a wedding in December in Austin, Texas. So if anybody wants to come,
Hey,
that's all the information I know.
keep a good eye on Catherine's purse.
Oh, that's right.
Austin will eat it up.
Yeah, they will.
It'll be tough flying home.
Yeah.
Okay, I think we were at Joliet.
Romeo
and Juliet. Got a little off topic.
Okay, so Milwaukee.
Wow, Turks and
Joliet.
Cocoa. Okay, so Milwaukee was in Wisconsin. Joliet was
Not Romeo.
not Romeo. Next we have Cleveland.
Cleveland. I hardly know her.
That's really funny. And then next we have Buffalo, New York.
Buffalo, New York, named after the Bills.
and then there's Reading, Pennsylvania.
Reading Railroad.
Reading Railroad.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That was a little tough for me to say. Reading Railroad. That's right, Brent. It actually was named after that, though.
Really?
Did you know that? I learned it. It's named after the Reading Railroad, like from Monopoly, all that. Or like Monopoly was named after.
I was going to say, I don't think it's from
Sorry.
Monopoly.
Yeah. There was a thing called the Reading Railroad.
Yeah.
And then other things were named after that. And they're all called Reading, except for the city, which everyone is kind of just mispronouncing. Like
Really?
It's called Reading, but it's not supposed to be. Its origins are Reading. Fun fact.
So if you were really like wise, you would call it Reading and everyone would be like, it's Reading. And you were like, actually, idiot, you're wrong.
Actually, yeah, you got it. And it's not a house this time. It's a mispronunciation.
That's right.
Anyway, so those are the cities I went to, and they were so fun. Like, came off the stage in Milwaukee being like, that was my favorite one yet. That was so fun.
Did you run or did you walkie?
I'm starting to not sprint out there, but it's still like, I'm ready to be doing this. I'm ready to I'm on the hop a little bit.
Have you ever thought about phantom slip and sliding? Like there's no water, but you just slide down in
I
there.
think like the basketball move where I kind of don't get all the way down. Like I take a basketball out there and do the slip and slide move. I've thought about that.
Slip and slide. That's like the NBA street move.
Yeah, it's so great.
Yeah.
Allen Iverson pulled it out in the game. It was nice. No, but Milwaukee was so fun. Turns out they're big Jeffrey Dahmer fans in Milwaukee. That was where he like did his stuff. Oh, Isaac just texted us. Do we want anything from Sonic?
No, thank you.
You got it. You could say no, thank you. So like our Uber driver is like, yeah, if you want to see where Dahmer put that girl in a fridge, there's a museum over there. It's inside of the hotel.
Yeah, 2 fridges in the back.
I like to use all caps. No, thank you to Isaac. No, thank you. So I threw out a bunch of Jeffrey Dahmer jokes. Those were hitting hard. That was fun.
I don't know anything about Jeffrey Dahmer except for that he did bad things. And was he cannibal?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
Did something with the fridge.
There's a country part of Milwaukee just outside of it called Cudahy, which I thought was pretty hilarious because it's already like a country sentence.
Cudahy.
You know, like where's it next to? Milk a cow? Or whatever.
Yeah.
That night when we called a woman up on stage, she had such a Wisconsin accent. So then Trey and I just laid into her like, oh, don't you know, up here on this stage. Oh, threw out some Making a Murderer references. People loved it.
Okay.
That was fine. And then the very next night in Joliet, I probably should have done more research going into this. Like, let's just make sure there is a prison here. But I remember from Prison Break, Michael Scofield was locked up in Joliet, like this huge state penitentiary.
Yeah.
So I go up there, I was like, so fired up to be here in Joliet. You know, I've always wanted to see the prison. And it just got a massive applause. Like, oh,
right
thank
there.
God. Okay. So I nailed it. I was like, I actually wasn't even positive. I just seen Prison Break. And everyone like applauded that. I was like, we got a lot of Prison Break fans in the house.
Well, I mean, how many shows are based in Joliet?
Yeah.
Right?
So I was like, I just didn't expect that because I was getting the vibe that no one lives in Joliet. It'd be like us doing a show here in Leavenworth. It's like, we've all heard of it.
Yeah.
There's a prison there, but no one lives there.
Yeah.
Anyway, so it was just kind of fun. Just like every night, just finding those things that make it special, that make it different, that make people in the audience feel like this is a unique show for them too.
Yeah. Oh, I think it'd be so fun if I had an accent or anything and people tried to impersonate that accent, like you're saying.
Yeah.
Like especially like anytime you ever see like non-American people do an American accent?
It's fun.
I think it's so funny.
Yeah, it's awesome.
Like when I was in England, like they would like try to do like different
hey,
accents.
bro.
Yeah.
You know, it's like slightly off.
All right, y'all. Like all this stuff. And it was just amazing. So I'm all about that. Yeah. It's a great idea.
Let's keep going through them. Cleveland, which podcast, we came up with this joke, the Middle East. I was like, I'm going to go for it. I'm going to go for it on stage and see how it goes. And it went great. It was so fun. And so I even ended my both sets in Cleveland. Like I would open with like, we're so pumped to be here in Cleveland. From meeting a couple of you guys, it seems like you don't want to be called the North. You think you're Midwest, but geographically, I mean, I feel like we're in the Middle East. Do we not? Does it not feel like, and that would get some laughs. And it's like, I don't care what anyone says. It's so great,
Yeah.
And then when my set was over, I was like, thank you guys. I love the Middle East. It's awesome here, And so love that. A bunch of people after the show were like, love the Middle East. I've never thought of that. I love that. So that was cool.
Dude, maybe we should just make a shirt that has Ohio and just put the Middle East on it.
That I only sell at Ohio shows.
No, just online.
I see what you're saying. Ghostrunners.life.
Yeah.
That's a good URL.
Yeah. That is a great URL.
Cleveland, I think I got my biggest laugh ever. It was so fun.
Okay.
It was borderline inappropriate, but I think this guy...
That'll do it a lot of times.
And it was like improvised. I was doing crowd work, and this guy he was giving me nothing, which is no surprise because he worked in IT. Just one word answers. What do you do? IT. Okay.
No, he's a boba maker. He says IT.
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 I make the tea.
Yeah, I did.
IT.
IT.
IT and Keikos.
Mm-hmm.
And anyway, I am kind of like building this whole like joke, set up all this stuff. Would your wife do this? Ended up, we said some things that involved the word hard drive.
Okay.
In a, innuendo sense. And it was really fun. Got a huge laugh. It was so fun.
I feel like maybe those things would get even better laughs at Trey Kennedy type shows because the audience is a little bit cleaner.
Whoa.
Like you make that joke at like an open mic night, people are like, yeah,
Okay.
good one, bro. Like we've heard 15 other things that are way cruder than that.
Yeah, I think that's very on point.
Yeah.
We had some celebrity sightings at the Cleveland show.
LeBron James.
Akron's finest. LeBron James was there.
Cleveland.
I hardly know her.
Yeah.
He came on stage, did his famous line.
Baker Mayfield.
You're going to have to shoot a little lower.
The black girl from River Titans.
Perfect.
Yeah.
But slightly adjacent. The guy who does the voice in the General Insurance commercials.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
No way.
Yeah.
For a great low rate, you would get online.
Yeah.
So he just how did he segue into that? Like,
well, his very proud wife just comes up and tells Trey, "Hey, you know what my husband does?" Trey's like, "No." He's the voice of the General. And Trey's,
that's all he does.
Yeah. Trey's like, "Oh, nice." She's like, "Do it, honey." So
Did he?
Oh yeah. He busts it out. He seems like not embarrassed at all that his wife is making him do this. He seems like he loves it.
Like he's like kind of nudging her forward to Trey. Like,
tell Trey.
Tell him I do the thing and I'll do it. Tell him to do it. I warmed up my voice in the bathroom
I'll do it. I had honey earlier.
Yeah. In the stall, I was going for a right low rate. You're going to lower afterwards.
And so he did it, and Trey's like, "Yeah, I mean that's
it.
That sounds like it,
dude.
Yeah.
Maybe that's a prank that we start doing,
dude. You know who this guy is?
This is the guy. This is the guy that does the EA Sports thing.
Yeah, he does.
Do it.
EA Sports. It's in the game.
Oh,
see? You hear it?
It's been doing it since he was 7 years old.
Yeah, I don't know. He took hormone pills. Look at Barry Bonds. I talked to Texas Tech about it. 9 a.m. Yeah. Oh, that's funny. Yeah. What else can we like? Who else is like a famous voice?
I don't know, dude.
The EA Sports guy is great. Oh, this is the dang it, hold on. What's it called? It's my money and I want it now guy. This is him. He's the one who does that. You know what I'm talking about?
No, not really.
No idea, huh?
I mean, I think it's my money and I want it now.
And I want it now.
I guess
that's a girl who says it like in the window.
That's what they want you to think.
But it's a voice actor. I dub it over.
Dude, you know what? I've had like a poultry of the week towards the new McDonald's commercials.
Okay.
Where like, you know how like McDonald's goes ba 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 ba. I'm loving it. There's like these new ones where this guy like kind of like has like this sultry like ba da ba ba ba. Have you ever heard that? And it's so weird.
You don't like
the way
it.
It says he's like ba da ba ba ba. I don't know. It just bothers me.
It's a little too quiet.
Yeah, you gotta recognize it.
Okay, interesting.
Look it up sometime, or watch football on Sunday sometime.
Watch football sometime.
Not in a bar, where you can't hear things. But
it is great. We watch this bar like right outside of Philly. Not right outside of Philly, but in the Philly area.
Mm-hmm.
And Trey and Alan both have Jalen Hurts on their fantasy team. So, I mean, they're high five and everyone ride along with them. They think that they're just massive Eagles fans. Like we cheer against rushing touchdowns here. Actually, I'm not an Eagles fan. I'm just a Jalen Hurts fan. So the General was there. General Voice was there. Also,
you got more?
Just from one show. The Bachelorette in 2005 was there.
Like
the girl.
Wow.
And I didn't even know it. Trey told me that. He's like, dude, you took a picture with the Bachelorette in 05. I was like, did I?
2005.
But I hover-handed her, so good. I'm glad I was respectful.
You Keanu'd that thing.
Yeah, I did.
Wow.
So yeah, I've hover-handed a bachelorette officially. Okay. We have a picture together.
2005. I know it's been going on for a long time, but
that's a while.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How did she look? Okay for? I mean, that's.
I don't even remember.
Oh yeah.
I don't even know who it was.
That's 16 years ago.
Yeah.
So like
she's in her 40s now.
Yeah, probably. Yeah. Wow. Not that you can't be beautiful in your 40s.
You can.
I think you're. Yeah.
My
mom's very beautiful. She is in her 49, I think. So
yeah, just there still.
Mm-hmm.
Next is Buffalo, named after the Bills. I think you said.
Yeah. Which go ahead.
This would have been such a great podcast story, but I was like, I gotta put this on my Instagram.
We'll still tell it in the podcast story.
Okay, on this episode.
On 28.
Now? Okay. Yeah. I put this on a story, but basically. And I was listening back to last week's episode, and I forgot that I had said this.
Yes,
it had erased my mind. But I was like, maybe I should say something about the Bills, or maybe I probably should say anything about the Chiefs. I think that's what I said last episode. Anyway, I'm doing my set. It's the very end of it, and I'm like, I don't know how they do things up in New York, but in Kansas City, where we live, and right as soon as I say that, this girl in the audience just goes, "Woo!" And I couldn't help it. Just like I'm taking it back, like, whoa, we have someone of Kansas City in the audience. I go, oh, go Chiefs, which is what I would say anywhere, right? I'm just like, it's a fun thing to say because the Chiefs are good,
right?
Kind of, so go Chiefs. And as Chiefs is coming out of my mouth, I recognize that it's a bad idea, but it was too late. And this audience turned on me so fast. I mean, playfully, but it was just like it wasn't quite booing. It was just like angrily yelling, kind of just like, oh no, or whatever. And so I'm just playing it up. I'm acting, just like I've said the worst thing possible. So embarrassed. I'm like genuinely laughing too that I said this. And I'm explaining it to them. I was like, I knew that was not a good idea. And I was like, guys, hey, listen, I was like trying to settle them down. And I was like, I will jump on a table right now for you. And then it was just like, which, you kind of got to know football, Bills Mafia culture, whatever. But, then it was just uproar. It was like, they're back. They still like me. It was so fun. That was one of the loudest things I've ever heard. And it was weird. It felt like I was almost back at Kanakuk, where it's like, now I think I can just say certain words and they're just going to love me. So then I just double down and I go, look, I'll be honest. I have Josh Allen on my fantasy team. And then another huge roar. Oh! It's like, should I just keep going? This is the next 5 minutes. Just
I have Stephon Diggs.
Stephon Diggs is great. Yeah. I don't think OJ did it. Yeah! Like, how far back do I go?
Right.
Jim
Bill
Kelly
Parcells is a saint.
How did Jim Kelly not ever win one, right?
Oh, dude, I wish you would have just like leaned into it so much and just been the heel. Like
what?
Be like, oh, sorry. I know you guys are upset, but just curious, would you be as upset if the Chiefs didn't beat you and then go to the Super Bowl last year?
If we didn't knock you out of the playoffs, would you saw this reaction?
Right.
What if we weren't playing you tomorrow night in prime time?
Yeah.
Is that what it is?
Like, how would you, like, it's okay because we have you guys have like the second best quarterback in the league, but we have the best. How does that make you, does that frustrate you? Like,
is that better?
Yeah.
Am I making it better?
Oh, man.
So that was just so fun. It made that show very unique. That'll be a show I don't forget for a long time. Just because it was like to go from booed to applauded in 20 seconds. It was just so night and day. It was so funny. After the show, I'm going out there, and I almost didn't go out in the lobby that night just because it was a very small lobby, and we had a doubleheader that night. It's like the ushers always yell at me when I'm out in the lobby. They don't seem to like every city I've been to. It's always like, and I guess they have a job to do too, but I don't know. I would like a little more like acknowledgement of like, you did a great job tonight and these people want to meet you. Take as much time as you want. I've not heard that yet. So it's kind of just like, hey, we almost done.
Is it specifically for the double headers, or is it like always?
Always double headers. Sometimes even just, I think they're ready to be done for the night and they just kind of shoo me out of there. So I guess I can kind of see their side of it. But it's like, maybe I shouldn't go out there. It's going to cause like a nuisance. But I was like, I'm going to go. And I'm so glad I did. This woman comes up to me. She's in a crew of like 5 or 6 mom's night out. She goes, hey, I would normally never say this to anyone. She's like, uh-oh.
What a great preface.
What? She's like, you can ask my friends. Like, I would never just come up and tell someone this, but I feel like you need to know what my husband does for a living. He is the head coach of the Buffalo Bills. He's Sean McDermott. And I was like, no way.
Unbelievable.
The one show where this is ever going to happen.
Yeah.
The one show where it's like the perfect city for this to happen. The head coach, and you came to the early show. There were 2 options. You came to the right one. And just, you were an NFL head coach's wife. There's only 32 of you in the world. And I met one of you.
She's like royalty in Buffalo, I'm sure. Like,
and that's the thing, yeah. Because I was like, "Can we make an Instagram story right now? This is amazing." She's like, "Yes, I will have to keep my mask on." And I was like, "Oh, that makes you're like a public figure here. Like, they need to see you with your mask on." She's like, "Yeah,
Yeah, like I was explaining to Catherine after you posted that Instagram story. I was like, it'd be like Andy Reid's wife, but like Buffalo's even smaller of a market, I think, than Kansas City.
And they love their team.
And they only have the Bills.
They have no other sports, no other anything.
And Sean McDermott, like the Bills have been really bad like all our lives.
Until he got here.
Until Sean McDermott got there. He won National Coach of the Year, I think, last year for the NFL. Like he's a huge deal. Like,
and he's like young. Like you would recognize his wife. Like everyone knows, a wife in her whatever 40s probably.
Yeah, it's crazy.
And so I was like, we got to make an Instagram story. We did that whole thing, and it was fun. And then like the night after the game, like the next night, she was DMing me. So I think we're friends now.
That's awesome.
I think we're friends.
That's awesome.
She was talking some trash, and
she should have.
I was like, yeah.
Trend.
It was such an interesting sentence to type out. I literally typed out, "Tell your husband he did a great job coaching tonight," or something like that. I was like, I can't believe I'm like sending affirmation the way, towards the guy who coached against Patrick Mahomes tonight. This is a weird sentence.
Do you feel like, I don't believe in curses, but do you feel like you kind of cursed the Chiefs by saying, "Let's go Buffalo"?
And the night before I was in Lake Erie, of course.
I think so.
Spooky time. Yeah. So that was really fun. Also that show, during the meet and greet that Trey did with the VIPs, he saw his first proposal happen in a VIP meet and greet.
What?
This guy, so probably around the same time that a woman is telling me, look, I never say this. A guy is telling Trey, "You mind if I do something real quick?" Trey's like,
That's how he prefaced it?
Yeah, he's like, "Hey, Trey, you mind if I do something real quick?"
He's like pulling something out of his pocket. Like,
I don't know what that means. So anyway, he was wearing a Bills hoodie, drops down right there, proposes, no ring. So in the midst of him proposing, like, "Hey, I want to love you for the rest of my life," that's one promise he's making. He's compounding his promises by saying, "I will have a ring for you as well. You know I'm good for it."
Trey, give me the Hellsberg. Give me the Hellsberg. just as a placeholder. Give me the diamond. Give me the box. Don't drop it.
He didn't have
what? He didn't have the
he
ring?
made two promises that night. One was like, "Babe, I'm good for it. I will get you the ring." And two, I will love you for the rest of my life. I would like to marry you.
I don't know how I feel about it. Because at one point I'm like, "Hey, good for you for going for it, man. But surely you could get a ring. It doesn't have to be like the nicest ring ever. Just have something."
Spent the money on the two VIP tickets, I guess.
That's true. Yeah.
Maybe.
Wow, so did you see it as well?
No, separately. I also wrote down, help me interpret this, Brad. I've been looking at it for the past few minutes. I don't know what this means. So at the end of all these things I jotted down, I wrote, "Come to second show right after."
Did somebody go to two shows?
Oh, yeah, you nailed it. Dang it. That's good. Yeah, one guy was like, "Dude, excited to see you guys again." I was like, "Yeah, I don't know when we'll be back." He's like, "No, the second show." Like,
really?
Right now. He's like, "Yeah." I was like, "Oh.
Why?"
Yeah. Yeah, so he just saw the same exact thing. I thought that was very strange of him.
Did you feel a little self-conscious for that one guy? Because I think I would have.
Yeah, and a little bit of like,
there's one guy in here that knows exactly what I'm going to say. And
I hope he doesn't ruin it.
It's going to look like I'm being spontaneous by saying this, but really, like I said the exact same thing last time.
I did say good Chiefs, so he got a pretty different show because that was pretty disruptive. But
there were campers at Kanakuk that would go for 4 weeks. But only like 2 weeks at a time.
Like you're going to do the same thing.
Like, you're going to know the party. Like you're going to know that we stole all the balls from camp and that we get it back.
Yeah.
Don't worry, guys. We'll get the blob back.
I have a funny feeling about this. We'll get the blob back. That's so true. You got to have a party where the blob gets stolen.
Yeah,
that's a classic.
The blob's gone. What happened to
it? Okay, last show, and then I'll get done.
Yeah, I want to hear about this one. I'm excited.
But Reading was unreal. I think I texted you afterwards.
Yeah.
Because we were already texting about something. I don't know what we were already talking about, but
NFL football, I think.
Was it? Oh yeah, that was so funny. I guess I can't really talk about it, but we're talking about. Oh, never mind. Someday on a Patreon video we'll talk about it. It was our string of texts were still like something that I'm pretty excited about, like in my private life.
Oh,
and
yeah,
then
yeah.
I hadn't texted you back yet, and your next text was like, "Man, I miss Kareem on the cheese." I was looking back at that. It was just pretty funny.
I do.
But then
He's so good.
I texted you afterwards and I was like, yeah, that sounds good. Yes, Kareem Hunt was amazing. I loved watching 2018 highlights. Also, I just had the set of my life. It was so fun. And it worked out that there were so many Ghostrunners fans in the audience. I think they have a very inflated view of how good I am at comedy because it was just by far the best. And what made it the best was just like, one, it was sold out. It's a good theater, so it's obviously going to be loud. But the people I talked about, or that I talked to in the front row, Peter's calling me. Shall we?
Yeah.
Also, see his name?
Yeah.
Taylor Swift. That was for an Instagram post 6 years ago. Haven't changed it. Peter.
Hey, how's it going?
Good. Brad and I are recording a podcast right now, and you're our special guest.
Oh, I can't wait. This is fun. Speaking of podcasts, would you like to play golf tomorrow with me and Bo Merrill?
Speaking of podcasts, Trey and I'm going to Trey's house at noon. What time are you guys?
That is our tea time.
Ah, no early morning, huh?
Cancel on Trey. No.
Oh, dang it.
Bo's more of a midday golfer.
Dang it. Okay. Well, yeah, sadly, that's really poor timing, but thanks for asking me. I love that Bo still wants to play with me, even though, I mean, he is so much incredibly better than I am. So that's really nice of him.
It's a big compliment. Do you think any of your viewers would like to play golf on Friday? Podcast doesn't drop till Monday. Never mind.
Yeah, too bad. Unless we upload this ASAP. Yeah. I don't know, but good
I'll
luck.
check with Ike.
Okay. Gotcha. And I'll text you about golfing maybe this weekend or something sometime. We can make some plans.
Perfect.
All right. Hey, thanks anyway, dude.
Bye, Peter.
We'll talk to you later.
See you, dude. Bye.
Here's a fun story real quick about Bo Merrill. He visited our church the other day. Didn't even know he was going to be there.
Cool.
And I hear him go, Brad Ellis. And I was like, dude, what's up? And I was talking to him and he gave you a very high compliment.
Oh,
He said he golfed with you and Peter the other day. So Bo played golf in college.
Division 1.
Division 1?
Maybe not.
I don't think so.
Urgent A, Urgent B, Urgent C. Which
Maybe
one was?
Division 1 AA or whatever. He was at Pitt State.
That is Division 2.
Is it still really good
Still
division.
Urgent B?
A great division.
In my AA conference?
Very good golfer. And he just looks like a golfer. You know,
He's very
he just
good.
carries himself like a golfer.
Yeah.
He said, I can't believe Jake's only been playing 3 months. That is the best I've ever seen somebody after only playing for 3 months.
Let's go, Bo Merrill.
That's a great compliment.
Dude, that lifts me up.
Yeah.
That fires me up. That is now the third most exciting thing in my life. The house just went down to 4.
Urgent D.
Urgent D. That's wedding night is what that is.
Yep.
That is what, hopefully my fiance is in that position.
That position.
No, not like that. Well, hey.
Maybe.
Just screaming maybe. Dang, that's really nice. Bo, that's awesome.
Yeah.
People have been so nice to me. Quick pause on the Reading. Like, not just like quantity of compliments, but I've really enjoyed, you guys know, big words of AF guy. Just like, I am loving any like specific thing you have to say about like my set or anything. It just means like, even if it's like, no one's really done this, but I would even welcome constructive criticism. I'm just so new at this that I'm like, anything you have, anything specific, I will take it. But there's been multiple people who've been like, dude, I can tell that like, Trey maybe likes this comedian, and like Lucas, I could tell he's like a John Mulaney fan, but you seem like you had like your own like original voice up there. You seem like you were just being yourself. I'm like, thank you. That's so awesome. It's not necessarily that intentional. I think it's just like out of one, a lack of interest in comedians. I just don't watch that many comedians.
Right.
I have no one to really be inspired by. And two, just like, yeah, I guess I am trying to just be myself. So that's been a really cool compliment to hear. And I think I had more to say about that, but I don't remember what the other thing was. Just people are being so nice, and it's crazy. They get to do this. Like I was having this revelation the other day. I was like, I'm doing basically what a teacher does every day. But there's just like, people are appreciating there's way more people in my classroom, and they're so appreciative afterwards. Teachers have to do this. You know, they're like cracking jokes, from time to time. They're like giving what the audience gives them or whatever. And, they got 20 kids who like or at the end of the year, they might be like that. Oh, you were good.
All right. Have a good summer.
Yeah.
You too.
Yeah. So,
I'm glad they're being nice to you.
Anyway, just everyone's so nice. Thank you all for being nice. But
has anybody said everybody clap their hands yet?
No.
Okay, good.
They better not.
Good.
Don't even remind them.
Good. No,
to do that.
Oh, I was just making sure that no one has. I'm reminding them not to. What do you mean, guys? You want me to say it again?
Make sure they
Make
don't.
sure no one says everybody clap their hands. Is there a certain spot that like would be the worst spot to do it in your set?
Any part.
Any part. Okay. So not right when he walks out. Not again. 2 minutes into it. Not 10 minutes into it. Not when he pauses to say anyway. No time would be good for everybody. Clap. No time, right?
There would be no good time.
Okay.
I think.
Good. Just making sure that no one's done it yet.
Thanks for reminding
Just making sure that no one has done everybody clap their hands yet. Because I don't think the rest of the crowd would get into it ever. Like they never
wouldn't
just
respond.
instinctively clap as well.
You would look weird.
Like you wouldn't look like a hero in that situation. You'd look like a fool. Okay. So
now I gotta have something prepared. Like, all right, if someone does say that, I gotta be able to just roast them. I gotta have something to just bury them. Okay, I'll wrap this up. What made the Reading show so great?
No one's going to though. Like no one's going to do it because we're telling them not to.
I don't need to be worried about it.
I don't know why you would, unless you're just super disobedient and like think that you would be funny. But you're
unless
not.
you want to upstage like a new comedian.
Mm-hmm. That has no prior, influences. Like he's just himself. He's original.
And also no prior hecklers, and would have little to no idea what to do in that situation with anyone disrupting his show. So yeah, I should be fine. I'll be fine. All right.
Okay, Reading.
What made the Reading show so great, or what makes shows different from night to night, is typically the improvised stuff, the stuff that I can't plan, the stuff that like the Go Chiefs or just like the crowd work I do. And this was so great. And I feel like it taught me a valuable lesson. Just like, I need to get I should be gathering more information from the audience because I can use it. Like all I'm doing is gathering ammunition that I can use later. And it was just so fun. I mean, right away, I was like, what's your name, sir? Front row. He said, Rich. I was like, that makes sense. You're sitting in the front row.
Classic.
That was just such an easy joke right off the bat.
Yeah.
What's your wife's name? Wealthy? You know, just 2 jokes. Bam, bam. Right there. And then I'm asking him what he does for a living. There's a joke there. I ask him, who are you here with? Or why are you guys here? He says, I forgot her birthday. That's kind of funny. The whole crowd is just like, oh, okay, good for you, whatever. So I'm getting all this information out of him. Not even that much, but his wife's name was Paige. So he really only gave me like 4 answers, but each one of those, as I'm doing my set, it felt like I was on like some drug or something. I was able to like think through like something very like punny and clever while doing my set. Like, I cannot wait to say this because I can use Paige in a book as a pun. Right. When I get to this joke later, that's already talking about ending up with a woman. Like, it was just like, this is going to be so great. And I pulled that off, and using his name, I'm in the middle of this one joke. I'm like, oh, it's normally I do anniversary. I could do birthday for this. That way I bring it back to Rich's wife again. There's just like 5 or 6 instances of like, this never happens in a show. And I'm just like calling back to this guy. And I know it probably just sounds like I'm bragging on myself right now, but no one else was there to talk about it. So I'm just trying to tell you objectively what happened. It was just so fun. And I came away from that night being like, I think I can do this for the rest of my life. I am so confident right now. And I know a year from now, I'll be like, Jake, you knew nothing.
Yeah, sure.
You don't know what you're doing. I can't believe you said that on a stage, but right now it's like.
You're always going to think that though. Like, everyone's going to think that for the rest of their life, that like, dude, you didn't know anything back then. Now you know something. And then a year later, you're going to be like, you didn't know anything. Now you know something.
Yeah.
So
trying to be self-aware of that and have the perspective of it. But man, Reading was awesome. And such a line of people to see me afterwards. Like, I think this is a testament. I think I crushed it tonight. Everyone, it seems like everyone in here wants to take a picture with me afterwards. So many I bet I took pictures with 15, 20 people on Ghostrunners merch that night. Yeah. It was so awesome.
There was a bunch of pictures on Instagram.
Our Pennsylvania girls who came to the basketball game.
Yeah.
They all came there all wearing pretty much the same thing. Like a GRKC shirt, all different colors, jean jackets, jeans. I was like, look at you guys. Like, we planned the shirts, didn't plan the other parts.
They were matching. Didn't know it.
Oh, they were really matching.
Yeah.
They were like, oh, this is I think it was Michelle. She's like, oh, by the way, this is my brother back behind us. And there'd been this guy just sitting on the steps with an eye patch for the past 10 minutes.
Eye patch?
Eye patch, yeah. Okay. I was like, oh, that's the guy who's just sitting on the steps with an eye patch. Good. Nice to meet you.
Yeah.
So
how are you?
He kept his distance, but it was nice to meet him.
Okay. I have something to say real quick.
Yeah.
I think that the reason that you did such a good job with that Reading one, or, whatever, like, as this goes on, I think you're going to have a lot more stories like that one, because you've prepared so much. Like, you knew your set so well that you were able to think twice. Like, you were able to do twice. Like, it's like one of those things where it's like, you are able to improvise because you put in the work at the front end. Like,
exactly. And that didn't register with me until after that show. I was like, I think, I'm in a position where I know my material well enough where I should gather more information. That way I can interject it.
Right. Like that first part's just like muscle memory, almost like brain memory or whatever. And then the rest of it's just like, but I can be thinking of 2 things at once. Like, that's awesome.
Yeah. Thanks.
So hopefully it's going to happen more and more now that like you're repeating the same set over and over again.
Yeah.
It's like, that's old hat. But while I'm doing that, let me look around and let me try to find somebody else that would be good to pick on, or, whatever.
Yeah.
So
exactly.
That's awesome.
At the same time though, I came away from that show so just like motivated, like this whole like last stretch of shows. So like I went through my entire set, like wrote it all out and gave myself like scores, like B+, B, like the laughs it's getting, and anything like below a certain level is like, I got to improve this. So,
I love it.
I'm just so excited because we got Kansas City shows coming up. We got Springfield shows coming up. Like, I want to just better and better and better every time. And so, now I'm so excited. I have like all these new jokes now, like just from last week to this week. I'm like, I cannot wait to get to Iowa City for the first puberty versus second puberty bit that I just wrote.
That's awesome.
Yeah, thanks.
I think, I would be the same way. Like, never, don't want to ever stop improving it. Like, okay, like, I don't want to just become complacent of like, that joke's not that good, but it helps.
But that's
time.
My set.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it makes it more fun if it's like, I got to be a little nervous tonight because I'm trying out something new.
Sure.
I got to care, extra.
But if you try a few things that are new and you have an A+ and an A+ sandwiched in there, it's like, I'm fine with the one new thing because those other things will carry it just in case.
Yeah. So it's just so fun, dude. It's just crazy.
So we got Iowa City.
We got Lincoln. We got Kansas City, Memphis, Springfield.
Well, that's going to be
it's fun.
Hot show.
I think no double headers. I think it's all just one show. And yeah, Kansas City and Springfield's gonna be nuts.
Yeah, it is. It's gonna be. So
I can't
fun.
wait. Did you secure a ticket? Where are you at?
I still got to. No, I think I secured a ticket. It's just a matter of which ticket I would like to secure. I have
cool.
a few different options.
Oh, cool.
Trey has told me multiple times that I can get tickets from him,
Oh, right on.
and so. But I also have those front row option, and I don't know which one to do. You know what I mean? So
what would be the or like if you don't choose the front row option, would Sammy just sell them?
I don't know. I haven't talked to specifically with him about it yet.
Okay.
But, yeah. Anyway.
Yeah. So just excited every night. I'm just in love with the variety that every day brings. I think you know this. I love change anyway. So waking up in a new city every day is so fun.
Right.
New snacks. I had oatmeal cream pies this time.
Oh. Is everyone else starting to like it more? Like
they are starting to like it a little bit more.
Yeah.
I think, if I was telling Alan this, I was like, it's shocking. On one end, I'm sleeping better. I think I mentioned that last week. But on the other end, I think any of my friends back home would be shocked if I told them, I was like, surprisingly, my eating habits have gotten worse. They're like, really? How is that? How is that possible? But they are worse. But it's great. And
how often are you like in the main area of the bus that's not the sleeping cabin? And do you have specific seats that everyone sits in?
I've seen, I've always sat on the right side of the bus.
Okay. What side is that? Like what's on the right side?
I don't know.
But I mean, I guess
like a couch.
Yeah. Because are there couches on both sides?
Both sides have couches. Okay. I don't know why I've always been on that side, but,
even if there's no one else there, you always go to the right side?
Yeah, now that you mentioned that, I've just always sat on that side.
By right side, you mean driver's side?
Shotgun side.
Shotgun side.
Shotgun side.
Okay.
So yeah, that's fun. Dang it, I was just about to say something else. I don't know.
But like
oatmeal cream pie, what was it? I know what it was. I'm never really in that area though. Mm-hmm. I was sending our editor, Justin, a voice memo. I was like, sorry, I haven't gotten back to you in a while. Like, I feel like I'm never sitting down. I'm either standing or laying down. Like the whole week. It's like stand or lay down. There's no like sitting down. It's weird. I'm rarely ever on a computer or doing anything.
Yeah, like I know that originally you and Trey were like, well, I guess you did film that one thing in Cleveland.
I was standing up.
But like beyond that, I know you guys were like, yeah, we might have time to write some stuff or to film some stuff. Like, do you feel like most of the time you're just relaxing or not relaxing, but like...
Yeah, I've been filling my time with golf quite a bit. Yeah. So there's like 4 hours right there, maybe more. So just like... woke up, golfed, get back, sound check. Now the show is here. It's like there's not that much like time.
Is there like, if you didn't golf, would you just be hanging out in your bus all day?
I don't know what I'd be doing. I'd be walking around. I don't know. He went to Niagara Falls one day with Katie.
Okay.
He was like, you guys can come if you want. I was like, oh, maybe.
Have you ever been?
No.
I think I would like to go sometime.
I've seen a water faucet. I'm kind of familiar with how water runs down. No, I'm sure I would like Niagara Falls, but
yeah,
I did not want to go.
Cool.
Anyway, I have another voice memo from Isaac.
Okay.
See if this one's better.
Oh, not to mention the email says for you and a guest.
Oh.
Yes, please.
Brad.
Yeah.
Oh. You trying to golf on Wednesday for free?
Come on.
Dude, this is awesome. We're going to do this at Kansas City Country Club, Indian Hills Country Club, Mission Hills Country Club, maybe see Patrick Mahomes. Maybe see Patrick Mahomes. Brookridge Country Club, all the country clubs,
naming
all of them. You got country clubs? We're playing there for free. Preview round.
All right. Looks like you're golfing next week.
He's going to get on like the blacklist. Like.
Yeah. This man is a pervert with golf.
Oh, man.
Okay. Well, that was fun. Sorry about your voice memo from Catherine.
Yeah, it wasn't even like kind of like playful at the end. Basically, Catherine just was like, hey, you need to move all this stuff from the garage because it's taking up too much space.
Some stuff is
and
in the way.
I'm annoyed with it. I was like, okay, love you.
Sorry, I forgot a few quick things that made Reading special. So many ghosties. One, Jason Rommel, he's in our guillotine league. Got to meet him.
Yeah.
He had kind of a funny story. He said, he's like, I know you have trouble pronouncing rural. It was the word that got me out in the spelling bee when I was like in grade school.
Oh, okay.
And he's like, interesting enough, like the proctor couldn't say it. And I was like, that's like a funny sketch
That
where
is
it's
funny.
like you're asking someone to spell a word and like use it in a sentence. You're like, I'd rather not. Can we not? Why don't we all just skip? Are we all good with skipping this word? It's
That
kind of
is
tricky to spell anyway.
That's a great sketch.
Like Worcestershire,
Yeah.
any word that's like
refrigerator,
whippoorwill, like any word, or just like there's a girl who has a lisp who's
Yeah.
like proctoring the spelling bee and she can't speak. I was like, this is a pretty good sketch. Like the guy couldn't say rural as you were trying to spell it. So that was funny. He also gave us Chiefs socks, and I forgot they're in my room right now.
Oh, cool.
But we got socks.
We?
We
Like 2 pairs or just one each? Or
4 total.
wow,
Yeah.
sweet.
I met a guy named Alex, big Ghostrunners fan, was wearing our like a hoodie that just said GRKC in the corner. And I was like, dude, I haven't seen that one in person. That looks crazy soft. He said, it is crazy soft. I said, which one is it? Because I want to order that one for myself.
Was it like the light tan one?
Yes, light tan, like some sort of fleece.
Yeah, those ones are sweet.
I order those. I'm not even just saying that. Like, it looks so soft.
Yeah.
Like, I got to get, that's like literally exactly what I want to order.
Cool.
I don't have a hoodie in that color yet, so
Perfect.
ideal. And then one last thing. My meet and greet lasted like 30 minutes longer than Trey's. It was awesome. Also, I just love talking to people.
Yeah.
So it's like, I'm trying to go through this line quick, but like, why would I not have a 4-minute conversation with you about something going on in your life?
Yeah.
Of course. Anyway, so Trey texts me, he's like, hey, if you're still in the theater, if there's a book on stage, can you grab it? I was like, what in the world does that mean? Whatever. So I go grab it, got all my stuff. Oh, also my Amish Jam suitcase broke. So now I've really got it, between the rum
Because
spring
of the jam, you think?
it somehow broke the handle. Yeah, it was the weirdest thing.
Liz.
Yeah, the handle broke off, so I'm gonna have to get a new one anyway.
I'm sorry.
But I go get the book on stage. I'm like, I don't know what this is. The woman who we happen to call out of everyone there, 1,200 people, whatever. The woman we call up to sing to was also in Trey's VIP meet and greet. She happened to have written a book that Trey is in, and she brought Trey the book.
Really?
And then Trey forgot it on stage. So I snag it. I don't even know what it means. I bring it to the bus, and everyone on the bus is like, yeah, you got the book. And I was like, what in the world is going on? And so we start flipping through it. And this book is about this woman's like, I guess she got COVID. It got pretty sick with COVID. It got pretty scary. But then I think each chapter of the book is like either something that got her through COVID / just like things that were going on.
Okay.
Because Trey was tucked in between the chapters. I think one was Kane Brown, and the other, I think he's a country music artist.
Okay.
I think.
No, I
Google
believe
search.
you. I mean, I just wouldn't know who that was.
And then the other chapter right after him was Ellen DeGeneres. So he's like, we beat Ellen. Maybe he's not country, whatever. He's a singer-songwriter.
Okay.
So he's in there, but also like one of the chapters. So yeah, one of the chapters is called Trey Kennedy. It's like, this is hilarious to just see it. He's got a whole chapter dedicated to him. One of the other chapters was called Race, which just like
NASCAR? Or? Mm-hmm.
Every Sunday. Yep. It got her through.
Mm-hmm.
And that was interesting. I don't know if Barbara really had the means to tackle that subject.
Was she white?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
But it was great. It was like the woman we called up and sang to wrote a book about Trey.
Small world.
It was awesome.
Okay.
So I think that's everything. I'm done. I'll shut up now.
You got the book. That's good.
Trey has the book.
That's
great. Every night, just something. Every night, that something unique is going to happen. And it's like, this is so memorable. And I'm trying to take diligent notes and everything. Also,
awesome.
One night after the Milwaukee show, Isaac and I booked a flight to Kauai.
I heard that.
It was so fun. It was electric.
In February.
Who knows?
Who knows? Hopefully Southwest won't cancel the flight.
Nice. Topical joke.
I did get recognized once this week. I'm not
crushing it.
I'm not a celebrity.
I got a story
but I'm
about
kind
this
of
too.
a celebrity.
You're crushing it.
Yeah, the other day, my parents and I, when Catherine and the kids were out of town, went out to dinner, Cactus Grill.
Espinaca.
Love me some Cactus Grill, dude.
Don't do anything afterwards, though.
It's good Tex-Mex. Yeah. Got done with our meal pretty quick, but we wanted to still talk. So we went out to like these little tables they had outside and just kind of hung out. We're sitting there and this lady comes by. She's my age, and said, "Hey, I think you're funny." I said, "Thank you." She's like, "You're from Jean Shorts, right?" I was like, "Yeah."
That is where I'm from.
And she was like, "I was just telling my husband about that joke you made the other day on that vacation video about your sister would have a belt for you."
It was a good joke.
That was really funny. I was like, "Well, thank you." My parents thought it was awesome. So,
Dang.
yeah.
That's so cool.
Yeah.
Double down from there. This morning, Trey and I, we shoot, we go to town on Hellsberg, shoot all these videos, and then we go to a Messenger Coffee to go and write some videos. And this guy comes up to us, just goes, "Hey, Trey." And Trey's like, "Oh, what's up, man?" And he goes, "Dude, I love your videos." And Trey's like, "Oh, thank you, man." This guy never looks at me, doesn't address me, just like, "Yeah, man, just wanted to say that. Wish Brad was here." And then walks off. There was no like acknowledgement of me, or like that I'm a part of the team, or that I do that we work together.
I wish Brad was here.
I asked her,
Jake works with Trey 4 days a week on tour.
I was like, what did he just say? And Trey's like, I think he said, "I wish Brad was here." I was like, that's what I thought I heard. It was tough. It was tough.
Yeah, that's a tough one to come back from.
And I was
you
like,
should have gone up to him and be like, "Hey, wait.
Hey.
You probably just didn't see me."
You know me, right?
Right.
It's like the Topgolf Rachel incident. Like, you probably knew. So anybody here know who I am?
Like, that's Jake Triplett. Come on. You recognize him.
And so, yeah, then it made me think, like, what if you just go up to just like a band and only acknowledge like one of them, or, you know, go up to a
what
football.
a power move.
Yeah. Yeah.
I like that.
So, Randall Cobb. Huh.
Yeah.
Wish Aaron was here.
Wish Devontae. No, Aaron Rodgers is right there. You say, I wish Devontae was here. It'd be so funny.
So the right group of people. Yeah.
That's too good, dude.
I could. Yeah. It was shocking. And he loves you. He's somehow seen you somewhere.
There's no way.
But he couldn't see you without me, I wouldn't think.
Yeah. Unless he's seen like 3 of our videos. Like there's a few of them that
he's
just
only
me
seen
and Trey.
Minivans and Truck Guy and DIY.
Pregnancy,
yeah.
There was one other one I think Trey and I did. Oh, the coaches one.
Sure.
And what other one did we film that day? Coaches and I don't know.
I can't remember either.
Wasn't that good. That's why I can't remember.
Haven't posted it yet, maybe.
That's so funny.
But yeah, that was awesome. Too bad Brad isn't here. All right, have a good one. Like, wow, that's shocking. Can't believe that.
Oh man, I like that story a lot. I think that's really funny.
Oh, that was great. All right, well, I think here's the situation. I know last week we tantalized you guys and said, oh, we got a lot of good voice memos, but we don't have time for them. This week we're also in a situation where
They're not that good.
Well, we have time for them, kind of, but also Brad and I are going to be recording another podcast in like 3 days. So there's a chance there's not that much that's going to be happening in our lives between now and then. So it could just be a massive voice memo episode.
Yeah, so get your voice memos in right now because we recorded these.
Yeah, if you're listening to this on a Monday, we're probably recording a podcast that day. So
like hours later. So
yeah, feel free to send some in, but also we got plenty in the hopper. So I think we'll bypass voice memos once again.
Do you want to do shout outs? Do you have any of those?
Oh, nope. Already said my one. Let's do shout outs. I'll find something.
All right, I'll start. I want to give a shout out to the get in line function at the DMV.
Oh,
it is
yeah.
wonderful. It went from like I put the get in line thing at like 7:45 in the morning, and I didn't have to go to the DMV till like 11 o'clock.
So it worked pretty well. It was like pretty accurate.
Yeah, but the fact is, if I would have gone there, I would have had to sit in line for 3 hours.
Yeah, I always wondered how like people with regular jobs, how do you run errands? How do you go to the DMV? How do you do this stuff?
I mean, you just have to understand that it's going to take way longer than you think it's going to. But like even like there was one. The first time I was like, oh, I'm not going to make it quite in time. You can even say like, I need 10 more minutes.
Oh,
and they'll push you back, but only push you back 10 minutes. So you can literally, like I literally parked, went inside, did my thing, left 5 minutes. So shout out to the get in line function.
Dang.
Yeah.
I
got another one.
I'd like to give a shout out to my confidence and to my patience.
Tremendous
patience. One night after the Romeo Not Juliet show, I was already hungry, and we've talked about the podcast. There's nothing better than eating pizza is suggesting pizza. And I come away from this is right after the Patreon video where those girls, which by the way, they were awesome. Mm-hmm. Delaney, Sarah, Mara. Can't believe I just remembered all your names just there without writing them down. Nailed them. That's how fun you guys were. They were super, super fun.
What do you say? Nailed? What do you say?
Excuse me?
Never mind.
I don't know. I actually don't know what I said. But they, they had all these theories about Megan. I posted on Patreon, whatever. Right. Check out Patreon.
Tell me, come on, patreon.com/Ghostrunners.
It's good. It's nice. After that, I'm starving. I didn't know that Trey was starving. We walk out of the bar at the same time. He goes, "Is it pizza time?" And I said, "Oh, yeah.
Oh, what a feeling.
It is pizza time." Well, long story short, we have trouble like ordering it. This guy like can't figure out our address. He says that you can't pay when he gets there. It has to be credit card over the phone, but then the credit card machine isn't working. So Trey's like, "Okay, I'll pay cash when you get here." And then we've been waiting for 30 minutes. At this point, it's past midnight. They're closed. We have no way of contacting them. He didn't get Trey's phone number. Like Alan's like, "I'm going to bed." Trey's like, "I'm making a sandwich." Tour manager Tom also making a sandwich. I go, no, I'm holding out. The pizza's coming. 10 minutes, 20 minutes. I mean, probably 30 minutes go by. It's like an hour after we order this pizza.
You're on your right side couch.
And I am not going to bed yet. I'm just sitting there. And then Trey gets a call somehow. And, or no, I don't think we got a call. I think we just saw them pull up outside of the bus. And it was awesome.
It was worth the wait.
It was awesome. Yeah, it was worth the fast I did. So I was rewarded, and I took down that pizza.
Let's go. I think it's one of the greatest feelings in the world when you and a friend are both like communally on the same page about how much you want to eat and what you want to eat.
Yeah, it's fun.
It's a great feeling.
It's fun.
It's like, dude, Chipotle. Oh, yes. I was just thinking Chipotle.
For lunch, like right now. Yeah.
Let's go. Yes. Yeah. Oh, I'm so hungry.
That is a great small joy of life.
I mean, that I could write a 60-second or 60-minute talk about bonding with somebody right off that. That's how you form a bond with somebody.
Creating a bond.
It's just food.
Figure out the right time to suggest the right food.
Okay, I'm gonna write that down. It's at least 10 minutes of material right
You're
there.
bonded.
Alone. Like just give like 10 examples. It's like Chipotle,
Subway for dinner.
pizza. Yeah. Okay. I want to give a shout out to Peyton Manning.
Okay.
I think he's one of my favorite entertainers in the world. He has 2 different shows on ESPN. One of them's called Peyton's Places. One of them's called Detail. And Detail's not even supposed to be that entertaining, but I'm obsessed with both of them.
That's awesome.
I think he is so like effortlessly funny. And now he's doing the ESPN like Monday Night Football broadcast sometimes. Like
I love that
with Eli. I think Peyton Manning is one of my favorite people in the world. So shout out to
Mount
Peyton.
Rushmore people you take to dinner.
Yes, I figured out my 4. I know, like, because I feel like people ask you that a lot. Like, okay, 4 people. They would be Peyton Manning,
Bing Crosby,
Fred Astaire, and
sorry,
Peyton Manning, Paul McCartney,
that was close.
Shaquille O'Neal,
Okay.
and Matthew McConaughey's.
If you go to dinner with Shaq, can you ask him if he got to meet the Save Some Time general guy? Because I know they work together.
He always like talks about how he only endorses like companies he like really truly loves, and so
Does he? Because he's everywhere.
no, I believe it.
Frosted Flakes.
Yeah.
That's believable, actually.
I believe it. But I really like Shaq a lot.
Fast acting, Bayer back pain pills.
Icy hot.
That too. I don't
Yeah.
know. He's all over it.
He is. He's doing great.
He's getting that bag.
I mean, think about how many things you could endorse if people wanted you to.
Smoothie King, t-shirts, shoes,
Sure. There you go.
Skip
Right
really
away.
vague. Oxygen, houses,
Computers.
zippers,
Yep.
toothbrush,
The buttons, like, but only the buttons on the front of the pants.
right side of the buses, sleeping on your stomach, sleeping
Yep.
on your back. If any companies that's your brand, I'll work with you. I kind of have a little like a manager, like a girl I went to the Yosemite trip with a while back is like a talent manager. I somehow didn't know that. She hit me up. She's like, "Do you want me to like represent you?" Like, I was like, "Sure, it's better than nothing."
Uh-huh.
We have, no deals have happened. But I thought about hitting her up like, "Hey, I'm about to furnish a house. If you have any connections, Nebraska,
Yeah.
Ashley,
Yeah.
Best Buy, I don't know,
Sure.
anything, I will take it.
Oh, so it's
I will sell, not my soul,
Good.
but just short of it.
Golf is your life, glorifying God through the game.
FDIC, GOD.
Do you have any more shout outs?
Nope.
I got a shout out to the patrons out there because they're helping me name some cutting boards.
Yeah. Comments aplenty today.
Yeah, which was great. It's cutting board season. It's gift giving season. So
CBS.
I'm posting some cutting boards that I'm for selling on at Ellis Custom Gifts or on elliscustomcreations.com. And they're going to have, a lot of them are going to have the names of Patreon members and or where they grew up.
Yeah, that's
anything
awesome.
like that. So
There's a lot of good suggestions in there.
yeah, it's fun.
I just saw one that came across, the Chicago. I like that.
Yeah.
It's nearby Romeo.
That's exactly right.
Yeah, thank you, Nolan.
So shout out to them. A few more shout outs. Shout out to the Chiefs for figuring out a way to make everyone think that they're bad this year.
Yeah, they have turned the tide.
I guarantee you they're not. They're going to be so good still, guys.
We'll figure it out.
I have the utmost faith in Patrick Levon Mahomes, Andrew Levon Reed, and that's it. Like that's all we need.
But them two.
That's all. Genuinely, I have confidence. That's like, put any other players in there, we will still be very good. And we have Tyreek Hill and Travis Kelce. We're going to be fine.
I was thinking of it this morning. I was like, we've played the who do we start with?
We played very hard teams.
I think the 5 best teams in the AFC is who we've played, right? So far?
Well, no, we played the Eagles.
Oh, okay. So 4.
Yeah,
we are in the
played-
top 5. We played the other 4. Ravens, Bills, Browns, Chargers.
That's crazy. Yeah.
So no wonder we're 2 and 3.
And it's not like, which I know this is the NFL, so whatever. This isn't like, there's no moral victories, but like we could have won all those games pretty much except for the Bills. The Bills whooped us.
The Ravens game was like, okay, probably should have won that one.
Ravens and Chargers too. I think we could have won. I'm not saying we should
I don't
have.
like being that fan that's like, we should have won
I know,
that game.
I know.
You
I'm not trying to be like that, but I'm just saying like people are counting the Chiefs out. Shout out to the Chiefs for like somehow going to the Super Bowl 2 years in a row. And then people are all of a sudden being like, they're probably like the 15th best team in the league. Great. Think it.
Good.
I dare you. We will be awesome.
And don't forget the little bet that I put on. I said, as long as Patrick Mahomes stays healthy, if we don't make it to the playoffs, we have to stop the podcast. Or we don't make the Super Bowl. So I don't remember me saying that a few episodes ago. So that's still intact.
I think that's a very like safe bet though.
We'll
honestly.
be fine.
We will be.
He's as long as he stays healthy.
He is. He will be.
He's fine. Yeah, he drinks his milk.
Lastly, I got to give a shout out to my neighbor, Henry.
Okay, he's
Hot
back.
dog. He came by the other day and I was like, oh my gosh. Every time he comes by, I'm like, I should have shut the garage door a minute sooner. But he is going to give us an English oak tree to plant. So we're just having trees aplenty in our backyard from Henry. Apparently English oak is a pretty rare tree and Catherine's all about it. So shout out to Henry for just blessing us. He literally took it from an almond, acorn, acorn.
He planted an almond,
and like is growing it, has like grown it into this tree.
Good for him.
I think it's pretty cool.
I think it is.
So
that reminds me. Now I have a shout out.
Great.
I like to give a shout out to Buffalo, the Buffalo golf course that I played. The pro shop guys are really nice. They're like, hole 8. We have the oldest tree in all of Buffalo. It's right in the middle of the fairway. You can't miss it. It's a big old white oak tree. And I thought of you and Isaac.
That's pretty
it's
cool.
like they like white oak. That must be a nice tree.
It'd be a nice table.
Yeah, I was gonna say, isn't that kind of expensive?
Yeah.
Anyway.
It is.
Big old tree.
It's in high demand right now.
You just look at it like, dang, that's for sure the oldest tree in Buffalo.
Mighty oak.
Also right in the middle of the fairway, got stuck behind it. At that point, I did not like white oak as much, but otherwise it was fun.
Yeah, trees.
Like, I don't know if this should be right here. I hit a very good drive.
Probably not marveling at the trees very much on the golf course. Did you try any buffalo wings in Buffalo?
We had just like regular wings from, I don't know if they were technically buffalo wings.
Like,
I had
wings. You
wings.
went to got like a famous like buffalo wings place.
I don't know. Tom ordered us barbecue from a restaurant called Dinosaur.
Okay.
You know about them?
Mm-mm.
Yeah, sorry. I really don't know if they were authentic wings or not.
I would recognize like 2 or 3 of the top places, but I don't know them off the top of my head.
Gotcha.
I just know that they're like, obviously that's
you gotta
their thing.
go. Yeah. One last shout out. I'd like to give a shout out to John Gruden. Just for somehow finding a way to be racist in an email.
Yeah.
How racist do you have to be to where it's coming across in your emails?
I mean, yeah, I don't, he did more than just be racist, I think.
Oh, he hit every single topic that's been talked about in the last 5 years. He's had the opposite stance on how you should be. He's like, yeah, we don't need to get into it.
You kidding me, man?
Yeah, I was just like, that dawned on me. I was like, it's one thing to maybe have these like private thoughts or these like prejudices that you can't get rid of, but like you're sending them in an email like that. You're such a bad person. John Gruden just confirmed he's as crazy as everyone kind of thought he was the whole time.
He's like, I can type this out. And he's probably a 2-finger typer too.
Yeah.
Like, so that took him a while to type all that out. And he didn't think for even a little bit, like, I probably shouldn't press send on this.
Maybe this shouldn't go on the internet.
Yeah.
Yeah. How bad does it have to be? Yeah.
Pretty bad.
Probably uses Yahoo too or something.
Hotmail, actually, I think.
Okay. Anyway, any more shout outs?
Shout out to the end of shout outs.
Shout out to that segment, which is called shout outs. Yep. Okay, it is jingle time.
Do you think it is?
Dang it.
It's not, I don't even, I used to think it was like, there's no way, but I do believe there's a way that you just don't remember the reviews of the week. And we had so many good ones this week.
Oh boy. It's not that I forget them. It's that in my head, jingle goes first every time for some reason.
It's that in your head, you've already got one shoe on. That's good enough.
That's fine. Let's go see my dad in the garage.
Yeah. I'll give my review of the week first since Jake is not quite ready.
How do I not do
There's
that?
so many good ones this week.
Oh boy.
Actually, I almost chose one and I'm going to change it to a different one. So why don't you go first?
Cool. This one says words of Af. Right away, that gets my attention. This is from Anna from Lank. Oh yeah, I threw a lot of Lancaster jokes in at Reading, which is fun. It was just no brainer. Walk in the park. This is a review. Just met Jake in Reading, PA, and realized I didn't even share any good words of Af in our quick interaction after the show. I've been listening since 2019 and been so grateful for your consistency throughout a crazy couple of years. What do you think she's referring to?
I don't know.
Housing market?
Probably.
When I listen to my drive,
wood. The price of wood has really gone
construction
up and down.
plywood. I mean, it's like 4 or 5-fold.
Yeah.
When I listen to my drive home from work, it feels like I'm just catching up with a few good friends. I find myself laughing out loud, and it is a great de-stressor after a long day. At the show in Reading, it was cool to look around the theater and at the variety of people that were there. But what was really neat was to see how happy and encouraged everyone seemed by the end of the show, laughing their way back to their cars. Just wanted to remind you that God is definitely using you both to bring joy into the lives of countless others, whether it's through everyday interactions, weekly podcasts, or sold-out shows. Thanks for all you do. Thank you, Anna from Lank.
All right.
Appreciate it. Thanks for coming to the show.
Mine's coming from Devin M55. Review from the Gooch. The Goochland. Gooch and the Booch.
It's a nice area.
I've been listening to Ghostrunners for over a year now, and it is so good. Brad and Jake are hilarious and just seem like genuinely good people. I especially love when Brad talks about his wife and kids. His stories about Hattie and Bo are so relatable, and I'm almost embarrassed to say that his genuine love for his family sometimes gets me teary-eyed. I had the pleasure of seeing Jake on his tour in Richmond, and was laughing so hard my face hurt by the end of the show.
Oh boy.
Also, hot dog, he's a stud.
Oh, Lady Devin, maybe.
Let's hope so. Looking forward to seeing Brad and Jake perform together one day. Keep it up, y'all. Heart.
Heart emoji. Dead giveaway. Lady Devin.
I think so.
Thank you, Devin.
Only ladies have hearts. Just kidding. Yeah, thank you. That's very sweet, and we appreciate it.
All right. So is it now?
So yeah, we do the review and then we do the jingle. So Jake, are you ready to end it with a jingle?
Let's both together end this with a jingle. Before I forget, this is Janelle Banyel's.
Yep.
She wrote this back in July.
Janelle Banyel in July for the PI.
Janelle Banyel. And it's a well-written jingle. So great work.
Don't mess it up.
Don't mess it up.
Don't drop the soap.
Don't. Yeah. Joliet. Okay. Juliette Banyel. You ready, Brad?
Yep.
Thank you.
That was fun.
Thank you for writing that. That was fun. That was good.
That was awesome.
Also, I have some like history with this song. I remember this was one of the first songs, like when I first noticed I had synesthesia. This is one of the songs that was popping at the time, and I didn't like it because it was a very nasty orange color.
Oh, really?
And I was like, I'd rather skip this song. And when it would come on the radio, like, no thanks. I do not like the orange.
It wouldn't change, like,
Couldn't.
if you ate healthier, it wouldn't go, like green or
It's
something.
like my plasma or something. Like maybe if I get more hydrated, it'll change. But thanks, Janelle Banyel. And I'm also looking in the email. She signed her name and it said sent from my toaster. Yeah, that's kind of a nice touch. That's funny.
Funny. You're pretty funny, Janelle
Yeah,
Banyel.
we got your shirt up here. You earned it.
Pretty
You earned
good.
it.
Pretty funny. Pretty
Also,
funny.
in the middle of that line, I'm like looking to the next line. I'm like, oh, this rhymes with jingle. And the next is her last name. Do those normally rhyme? Have we been saying it that wrong?
No.
Jingle? Janelle Banyel?
I think she says that we say it right. Janelle Banyel.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Awesome.
Cool. One of our favorite podcast is done with this episode.
Yeah, that's
episode 128. Thank you guys for listening. The views and the listens are going up, for some reason. We never know why necessarily, but I think people are just telling their friends. It's just word of mouth. So keep using your mouth for our benefit.
Please. We will try to reciprocate towards you.
Yeah, and likewise, we will also use our mouth for you guys. So just thanks for all the kind words, whether it be in person, in a Patreon comment, a review, a YouTube comment. We're still reading them all. We're still loving them all. Thank you guys. We appreciate it. This is fun. Life is fun.
Life is fun, guys.
This is a good time.
It's a good time, guys.
It's a good time. We'll see you guys at Texas Tech at the 80 Pies, 9:30 this
yes!
Saturday.
Diamond Sisters. Love you guys.
Yeah, see ya.
Ghostrunners podcast. Every